So who will chant the mantra today?
Yes.
Narayanam
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 Namaskritya
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 Naram
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 Chev
Chaiva
Chaiva
Narottamam
Narottamam
Narotamam
Devim
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 Saraswatim
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 Vyasam
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 Tato
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 Jayam
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 Udirayet.
Udirayet.
Udirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nar Narayana, Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. So let us pay our respects to all these wonderful souls. And of course, our respect to our teacher, Vinodji. Vinodji, over to you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for joining today. And I think you might have received the e-flyer in that we mentioned that we will be talking from Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Kapila. Lord Kapila's teachings to his mother, Devahuti. But two members, they sent me a message. They are members of our group that they wanted to know something about Damodar Leela, because this month, Kartik month, is celebrated as Damodar month. And in Hong Kong also, we go to people's homes and do this katha of Damodar Leela. We recite Damodar Ashtakam and offer lamps and flower petals to the form of Lord Krishna, a baby Krishna, as Damodar. Does anyone know about this pastime, this Leela of Sri Krishna? Has anyone heard this before?
No.
Are you familiar with the name Damodar?
Yeah,
One of Krishna's names.
we've heard the name, but कुछ पता नहीं है हमें. मुझे तो
हाँ.
नहीं पता.
मुझे भी नहीं पता, लेकिन there are few in the audience. Maybe they know.
Yeah.
You can unmute and tell.
Does anyone know? Can unmute and speak.
चांदनी मधुर.
सर एक रस्सी से कृष्ण भगवान जी को बांधते हैं, उस रस्सी को दामोदर नाम दिया गया था। जब भगवान जी उनसे छुड़ा रहे थे, बार बार भाग रहे थे मक्खन खाने के लिए, तो फिर उन्होंने फाइनली उस रस्सी से उनको बांधा था, तो वो पूरी लीला को ही दामोदर लीला बोलते हैं।
किसने बांधा था उसको?
उनकी जो माँ थी यशोदा मैया।
हाँ, करेक्ट
हाँ जी।
करेक्ट। हाँ, तो सही उत्तर दिया आपने कि दाम कहते हैं रस्सी को, और दाम का एक अर्थ होता है किसी को दंडित करना, और उदर मतलब उसका अर्थ होता है पेट। तो यशोदा माई ने भगवान कृष्ण के पेट को रस्सी से बांधा था और उसको ओखल से बांधा था, ग्राइंडिंग मोटर। तो इसलिए उनका नाम पड़ा दामोदर। भगवान ने असंख्य लीलाएं की थी और लीला के अनुसार उनके अलग अलग नाम पड़े थे। जैसे बचपन में वो माखन चुराते थे, तो उनका नाम पड़ा माखन चोर। राइट, ये तो नाम प्रचलित है, सभी को पता होगा उसका नाम। एक नाम था माखन चोर। यस
Yes.
जी सर।
बट इन रियलिटी वाज ही अ थीफ, was he a butter thief as he's known, Makan Chor? Actually, was he a Makan Chor or not? Yes
जाते
or no?
जाते थे. Yes.
हाँ
Yes. तभी तो नाम.
हाँ, तभी तो उसका नाम पड़ा, राइट।
हाँ.
आप लोग में से कितने मानते हैं कि वो माखन चोर था, वो चोर था?
मैं तो मानती हूँ. Yes.
अभी देखिए, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि जो भी सृष्टि में है, सृष्टि भगवान ने उत्पन्न की थी। हाँ,
Yes.
ही इज द क्रिएटर, राइट। सो ही ओन्स एवरीथिंग, Now he owns everything. He's the owner. If the owner takes some things which he owns, then can we call him a thief?
फिर तो नहीं बोले नो.
Logically, no, right? But see, on the other hand, now I give you example. Supposing somebody owns a property, a flat, an apartment, correct? Then he rents out that property, that apartment, that flat, and people stay in that apartment. So now the owner is the one who has rented out the apartment, but still, as long as the lease term is going on, during that period, even the owner also cannot just whimsically, voluntarily go there. He has to get the permission from the tenants who are staying there, right?
Right.
So in spite of being the owner, still he doesn't own in a way during that term of tenancy, right? So this creation, of course, is owned by him, but now he has given that to human beings, other creatures to use whatever things are available in the creation. So from that perspective, he doesn't own them, right? So same way, though the cows also belong to him, the milk also belongs to him, then he's the owner. But because they were taken care of, the cows were taken care of by the gopis and gwalas, and the gopis are the one who used to milk the cows and then make the butter. So then the butter belonged to them, right? So if he took that butter without their permission, that means he was stealing butter. So from that perspective, yes, he's a thief. But from the higher realm, he's the owner. So we cannot call him, logically, we cannot call him a thief. But due to his Leela, we call him a thief, Makanchor. But in reality also, if we see, that the gopis, they used to invite him to go and steal the butter from their house. Because they used to enjoy. The day when Krishna won't go to their house to steal the butter, they would go and ask Yashoda Mai, is your Lala okay or not? Why did he didn't come to our house today? So that kind of, bond they had, the relationship they had with Krishna. And on the other hand, when he would go to their place to steal the butter, they would chastise him. They would punish him. So both ways they used to enjoy. Right? So yeah, he was known as Makhanchor. Now in this Leela, Damodar Leela, this Leela happened on the day of Diwali.
Okay.
And since Diwali falls in the month of Kartik, so this whole month is celebrated as Damodar, month of Damodar. According to the Vaishnava calendar, the name is given to this month, Damodar. Kartik month is known as Damodar month in the Vaishnava Samaj, in the society of Vaishnavas. And in this month, Krishna performed many Leelas. Damodar Leela is one of them. Then he lifted the Govardhan hill also during this month. Because he lifted the Govardhan hill, he is known as Giridhari, right? Or Govardhan Dhari, who lifted the Govardhan hill. So coming back to this Leela happened on the day of Diwali. On Diwali day, Ma Yashoda got up early in the morning and she started churning the yogurt into butter for Krishna. And she was preparing many milk sweets. Does anyone know how many cows they had? How many cows Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mai had?
10, 12.
Sorry?
10 or 12, maybe. Generally
10 or 12 only?
Generally, people have those many only. Nowadays.
Would anyone like to guess? Anyone else would like to guess? How many cows they had?
Approximately 1,000 or 108.
108. It's a lucky number. Good number, but that's not the right answer. Anyone for a higher bid?
Maybe 1,000.
1,000. Yes, go ahead. They had 900,000 cows.
Yeah, someone has mentioned.
No luck.
This
No luck गाय थी
Vishy
उनके पास.
Vishy has written this 9 lakh. My God.
Now, some of you or many of you might have been to Vrindavan, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we go to Vrindavan, geographically, it's a very small place now, right? Compared to many other big places.
Mm.
Now, if we say that they had 900,000, now this is only Yashoda Mai and Nanda Maharaj. They had 900,000 cows, 9 lakh cows. There were other Gwalas also, other cowherd men. So they had also hundreds and thousands of cows, hundreds of thousands of cows. Now, if we see the place Vrindavan now, it may be beyond our imagination that how could they uh, give the shade to these cows? Where would they keep the cows? Place is so small, right? Same way, if we think of Govardhan Leela, when Krishna lifted the Govardhan, all the residents of Vrindavan, Brajamandal, not only the human beings, not only the Gwalas and Gopis, but all the cows, calves, bulls, birds, all they took the shelter under the Govardhan Hill. Now, if we see Govardhan Hill also, the circumference of Govardhan Hill is about, we say 7 coasts, 7 coasts. One coast is approximately 3.5 kilometers. So 7 coasts may be equivalent to about 24.5 kilometers, right?
Mm.
So Govardhan Hill is only 7 coasts, 7 coasts. And Brajamandal is 84 coasts, 84 coasts, 12 times bigger, larger. So how can we fit the population of 84 coasts underneath 7 coasts? How can it be possible? इतने सारे लोग गोवर्धन के नीचे कैसे समा गए? How could they fit under the Govardhan Hill, which was 12 times smaller compared to the whole Brajamandal? So millions of people, how could the Govardhan Hill accommodate so many people? Can anyone guess? How was it possible?
एक बार आपने कुछ बताया था कि उसकी शेप इस तरह की थी या समथिंग वाज देयर, मैं को याद नहीं है। कुछ शेप ऐसी थी या कुछ तो उसका डिजाइन ऐसा था कि वो
I would like to share with you the background of this Govardhan Hill.
हम्म
In Ram Leela, when Lord Ramachandra wanted to construct a bridge between Rameshwaram and Sri Lanka,
हम्म
hmm, so the monkeys were putting big pieces of rocks,
हम्म
correct, in the sea
हम्म
to construct a bridge,
यस
right? So when Hanumanji saw that, then he thought, it will take very long time to construct a bridge if we go at that speed. So what he did, he went to Himalayas and he lifted Govardhan Hill. Govardhan Hill is a part of the range of mountains of Himalayas.
अच्छा
So he lifted that. He wanted to bring that because he thought, that if that hill he puts in the ocean, then there is no need to put any other rock there. It will cover the whole passage between Rameshwaram and Lanka. So it will be easier for all the monkeys, the army, to cross over and go to Lanka. So when he was bringing Govardhan Hill, he got the telepathy message in his heart that the bridge is already constructed. No more rocks required. Now at that time he was flying over Vrindavan from Himalaya. So he came down to Vrindavan and he kept Govardhan Hill there. So Govardhan Hill, personified Govardhan Hill, became very upset, very disappointed that he could not serve the Lord. So he complained to Hanuman, you were taking me to serve the Lord. Now you are leaving me here. How can I serve him? So Hanumanji sent message to Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra told Hanuman, you pacify Govardhan and tell him that in next Yuga, in Krishna avatar, his wish will be fulfilled. Krishna will fulfill his wish. So what happened at this time, when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill on his small little finger, that also not exactly the finger, the nail of the little finger. Krishna carried Govardhan Hill. So when Govardhan Hill was touched by Krishna's little finger, even the nail, he felt so happy that he expanded himself. His whole size extended. When we are happy, we feel like that, right? Our body size has increased. In Hindi we say, right? प्रसन्नता के कारण हम कपड़ों में फूले नहीं समाते हैं.
Correct.
Right? When we feel depressed, when we are anxious, then we naturally feel our body shrinks. Right? And when we are happy, we feel that body size has increased. Right? So because Govardhan felt so blissful, so happy that he expanded himself, then all the creatures living in Brajamandala, they got accommodation underneath. Right? So Govardhan Leela also was done by Krishna during this month. So what happened on this Diwali day, Yashoda Mai, she was churning yogurt into butter for Krishna and making the milk sweets for him. And he was very little, about 3-4 years old. So she was singing his glories while churning the yogurt into butter and remembering his Leelas. So because of the Vatsalya Bhava, the maternal affection, motherly affection, the milk from her breast started flowing. So Krishna smelled that milk, her breast milk, and because of that smell, he woke up and he felt hungry. Then he came to Yashoda, little bit crawling, little bit running, walking, like the small children, they walk, they feel a bit imbalanced, disoriented, apparently, because they cannot balance properly. So Krishna was a little bit running, a little bit crawling, a little bit walking. So when he came there, because the houses were very big, they are very big houses. So when he reached there, then he started asking Mother Yashoda to breastfeed him. So Mother Yashoda, when she looked at Krishna's face, she felt so happy, so content. In Hindi we say Masoom Chehra, very innocent face. Was Krishna really innocent? Was he really innocent?
हाँ भगवान है, innocent ही होंगे. Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, why not? भगवान है, innocent ही होंगे.
If you think that he was innocent, then you should read Bhagavad Gita. So much knowledge is there. Huh? If the person is innocent, not agyani, but innocent, how can he impart so much of knowledge? There is no comparison to Bhagavad Gita till today. We cannot come across any book which has so much of ocean of knowledge like the Bhagavad Gita has. Right? So yes, Krishna was, on one hand, he was innocent, and on the other hand, he was very cunning, very knowledgeable also. Depending on the situation, he was doing his Leela. Right? So now here in front of Mother Yashoda, he was looking very innocent. So Mother Yashoda picked him up and started breastfeeding him. So while she was breastfeeding, she was, again singing his glories. Then all of a sudden, she remembered that she had kept some milk for boiling in the kitchen to make some sweets from that milk. So when she remembered that, she put baby Krishna down because she did not want that milk to overflow and get burnt into the fire. So she ran to the kitchen. She put baby Krishna on the floor and she ran. Krishna did not like that. He became very angry, very upset that how could she neglect me like this? She was breastfeeding me and I'm so hungry now. Halfway she left me like that. So, like a small child, small baby, he started throwing tantrum. He picked up a stone. He was so angry, he picked up a stone. He said, whatever yogurt Mother Yashoda had made into butter, I will destroy it. He broke the pot. He was not satisfied with that. He jumped on it, stepping on it, showing his tantrum. He spoiled everything because he thought, that Mother Yashoda was very clever housewife. When only that after breaking the pot, when the half-churned yogurt is spilt over on the ground, still she will very carefully pick up the butter on the upper part and then she will feed him. So he did not want that to happen. So he stepped on the butter, completely mixed it with the soil there. And still he was not satisfied. He said, whatever butter is made by Mother Yashoda, today I'm going to spoil everything. Then he went to the room where mother had kept the butter in the pots, hanging at the ceiling. They were hanging on the ceiling. So he could not reach because he was so small physically. He picked up a stick and then tried to reach to any mortar, put it upside down, climbed on it, and then started baking the pots. And eating butter from the pots and also feeding the monkeys. Now it was a Diwali day. This very significant monkeys. Why was he doing that?
Because
Any guess?
because monkeys have helped Lord Rama in winning over the Ravan.
Yeah,
तो
correct. So what?
उनको प्रसाद तो देना था.
Yeah, so see, during
चॉकलेट
Ram
तो
Leela,
उस समय चॉकलेट तो थी नहीं, बटर ही देंगे.
during Ram Leela, Lord Ramachandra was a Vanvasi, like a mendicant, right? So he did not have anything to give to monkeys to reward them for the help they extended to him to find Mother Sita and fight with the army of Ravana. So then he told them, then next time, in the next yuga, I will pay you off. Now, what can we learn from this incident? Now, Lord Ramachandra, Krishna, they are beyond the law of karma, right? Karma doesn't bind them, correct? But by this example, he's teaching us, we human beings, that our karma will not leave us unless and until we get the reward for good karma and we pay for the bad karma, pay penalty for the bad karma. Till that time, our karma will not leave us. We may change the body. When this body becomes useless, we leave this body, then we enter into another body. Karma still will follow us. Karma will not leave us. In the Bhagavatam, there is one chapter titled, if a sin is committed, an offense is committed by a person in one body, why does he have to pay the penalty in the next body? Why doesn't karma leave him? Because he committed the offense with his previous body, right? So the answer is given later on. When we come to that stage, we will discuss this again. Narada Muni gives the answer because the soul is the same, the person is the same, right? He gives an analogy. Supposing a thief steals something from somebody's house and he takes the valuables to his house, he changes his dress. Still, police will catch him, right? Because person is the same. His clothing may be different, but the person is the same. So same way, our body may be changed. We may change our body, but our soul is the same. The person, living being, is the same inside. So the karma affects the individual, even though the person may change the body. So by this example, Krishna is teaching us we have to be very mindful what kind of activities we do. Our karma will not leave us. Right? So he was feeding the butter to the monkeys because of that. Like in a way, paying them off for the help they had extended to him in the previous yuga, Treta Yuga. So now when Yashoda Mai came out from the kitchen, when she saw the pot was broken, initially she could not understand the cause. But then she realized because she saw the footprints of baby Krishna. Because Krishna stepped on the butter, no? And after that he ran to the room where other pots were hanging. So she followed the footprints. She thought, that this is done by none other than Krishna. And she decided to punish him. She said, today I'm going to punish him. Every day, gopis from the neighborhood, they come and complain to me that, that your Lala comes to our house. He breaks the pots, he eats the butter. And sometimes when we chastise him, then he throws the butter on our face and tells us, your butter is useless. It is so tasteless, even monkeys also don't want to eat. What kind of butter are you making? What kind of gopi are you? So that kind of chastisement used to give to gopis. So they were very fed up with him in a way. So Yashoda Mai thought, every day I have to hear gopis complaining about him. So today I'm going to punish him. Otherwise, when he grows up, he can become like a big gangster. Right? Bada gunda ban jayega ye. So realizing her duty as a mother, she wanted to punish him. So what she did, she picked up a very thin stick. She, of course, she did not intend to beat him up. She just wanted to scare him. Right? With that intention, she went, following the footsteps. She went to that room. Now, when Krishna was feeding the butter to the monkeys, his back was towards the entrance of that room. And monkeys were facing that entrance. So when monkeys saw Mother Yashoda entering the room, immediately they ran away. So all of a sudden, when monkeys ran away, then Krishna realized, something is not right. He very quickly looked behind. When he saw Mother Yashoda having the stick in her hand, he got so scared. He got so scared. See the death personified. Yamaraj is scared of him. He's scared of his mother. Now can you imagine, what kind of karma, what kind of pious activities, what kind of devotional service Mother Yashoda must have performed to have Krishna as a child. So Krishna became very, very scared. He ran away from there. Now Yashoda Mai tried to run after him to catch him. Now she was already very aged. Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they were very old. They were over 80, they said, when they got Krishna as a child. And Yashoda Mai was very huge, very big. So much of butter, ghee, yogurt, milk. So naturally the person will have a big body, right? And in those days, there was no concern about cholesterol or diabetes and those kind of things. Nowadays, so many different ailments people have because of that. Drinking milk also has become like a curse nowadays, right? Because for one thing is that milk is not pure.
Yeah, that's the
It is not natural. Like we used to get it natural before. It's pesticides, homogenized. So the qualities are already destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? And the cattle also, they are given hormones so that they can produce more milk. Right? Because of the commercialization of these dairy products. So they are compromising with the quality of the milk. Somebody told me, one of my clients, she is a medical doctor. She said, today's milk, if people drink more often, that can become a cause of cancer. That can cause cancer because hormones are injected into the bodies of the cattle. Right? So yeah, in those days, there was no so much of concern like that. So she was running. She could not run as fast as Krishna was running. So she started shouting, Lala, stop. But Krishna kept running. At that time, one of Krishna's friends, a Brahmana friend, does anyone know the name? Krishna's friend who was a Brahmana?
Sudama?
Does anyone know?
Sudama?
Sudama was his classmate in Gurukul.
Okay.
But in Vrindavan, in Gurukul, Krishna went quite late when he went to Mathura.
16. 16. Age 16.
Yeah, in Sandipani Muni's ashram.
Hmm.
But in childhood, in Vrindavan also, he had a Brahmana friend. His name was Madhu Mangal. So Madhu Mangal caught him. And Madhu Mangal started telling Mother Yashoda, Maya, Maya, please come. I caught him. And now you come and punish. Because Madhu Mangal had grudges against Krishna. Not only Krishna, other coward boys also, other friends. Because other coward boys, they were not so huge, so big. Madhu Mangal was very big, very fat. Because a Brahmana boy, he used to eat many sweets. So because of that, what used to happen, whenever they used to go to steal butter from Gopi's house, and when the Gopis would return, other boys could run away fast from that spot. But Madhu Mangal could not run. And most of the time, he would be caught and he would be punished. So then he thought, today is the time, I can take revenge on Krishna. Every day, I'm the one who is caught. Now, today, I'm going to catch him and I will see that how his mother punishes him. So then he said, Maya, Maya, please come. I have caught him. So by that time, Mother Yashoda reached there. Krishna very quickly freed himself from Madhu Mangal's hands and he ran away. Then Mother Yashoda told Madhu Mangal, go and catch him. Madhu Mangal said, I cannot run anymore now. But I can give you one idea, one suggestion. That idea will work. So Mother Yashoda said, yes, tell me. So that, he stops, then I can go and catch him. So Madhu Mangal told him, now this I will say in Hindi. It sounds good in Hindi. Madhu Mangal said, Maya, आप उससे कहिए, कान्हा, वहीं पे रुक जाओ. तुम्हें तुम्हारे भक्तों की सौगंध. तो वो रुक जाएंगे. So Yashoda Mai shouted, Kana, ruk jao. तुम्हें तुम्हारे भक्तों की सौगंध. Krishna did not stop. He kept running. Mother Yashoda told Madhu Mangal, this idea is not working. What can I do now? So Madhu Mangal, thought for a while, scratching his head. Then he said, Maya, you tell him, Kana, वहीं रुक जाओ. तुम्हें तुम्हारे कलयुग के भक्तों की सौगंध. क्योंकि कलयुग में तो बेचारे के बहुत थोड़े से भक्त होंगे, तो उनको बचाने के लिए तो रुक जाएंगे. And that idea worked. This kind of stories, we can hear in Vrindavan. Very, very sweet pastimes of Krishna we can hear when we go to Vrindavan from the local people. So when Krishna stopped, Mother Yashoda went and caught him. Initially, when he was running away from Mother Yashoda, Krishna was thinking in his mind, that great yogis who can walk, not run, who can walk at the speed of a mind, they cannot catch him. How can Yashoda, a housewife, and who is so big, huge, can catch him? No way it can happen. So it is said, Yashoda might try to catch him. And there was another time, and this happened in Kali Yuga. Krishna's devotee tried to catch him. You might have heard the name Surdas,
Yes.
Krishna's devotee.
Yes.
He wrote many devotional songs, devotional bhajan. So Surdas was a very famous devotee of Krishna, and he used to compose his own bhajans, sing his own bhajans on the tune of Ek Tara, one wire, that instrument, Ek Tara, like tambura. Similarly, looked like tambura, but it's Ek Tara. So because of his They were very nice, meaningful devotional bhajans and good singing. People used to invite him to their houses to sing bhajans. So one day he was invited by one family. He went there, and many people were sitting there, and they were also joining him, following him in the bhajans. So he used to get so much absorbed in the bhajans, he would not realize the time, how the time would pass. So he kept on singing, but then he did not get the response from people what he was getting initially. Then he thought, that householders, they must be tired. So they must have fallen asleep. So better without disturbing anyone, I can walk on my own. I can go back home. So he picked up his iktara and stick in his other hand. And using his stick, getting on the ground to make sure that there is ground, he started walking. So when he was walking, the direction he was going, there was a well, a dry well without any water. And Krishna was watching him from the sky. Then Krishna thought, if this Babaji goes to the well and falls and he gets injured, my name will be spoiled. Know that what kind of God I am. I'm not taking care of my devotees, right? So as soon as Krishna saw that, he was going to step forward and fall into the well with a stick, Krishna came and held his stick and moved him aside and started walking with him, holding the other end of the stick. So Krishna was wearing ankle bells, nupur, and very nice sound they were making. When Suradas heard that sound, he was surprised. He said, this sound is not from any object in the material world. This sounds like spiritual sound. So he asked, who is that? Krishna said, Babaji, it's me. So Suradas asked him, what's your name? Krishna said, by whatever name you call me, no problem, I will respond to you. So when Krishna spoke and Suradas heard, now he was a blind man, right? Suradas, he was a blind man. He could not see, but he could hear and realize. He could understand because his consciousness was so refined, so pure. When he heard Krishna speaking such a sweet way, the sweet sound, he understood. This is a person I've been looking for. I want to catch him today. So Suradas engaged Krishna in his conversation. And slowly, he started moving his hand on the stick. Other hand was held by Krishna. So the first part, which was with the handle, he started moving his hand towards the end. Krishna saw very quickly. Then he thought, बाबाजी की नीयत बिगड़ गई है आज. हाँ, बड़े बड़े योगी मुझे नहीं पकड़ सकते हैं, ये सूरदास मुझे आज पकड़ने का प्रयास कर रहा है, वो भी रात के अंधेरे में. करने दो जितना प्रयास करना है उसको. So Krishna also was, engaging himself in the conversation. And when the time came, when Surdas realized that he has reached almost the end of the stick, Surdas left the stick and tried to catch Krishna, hold his hand. Krishna also left the stick and ran away. So the stick fell on the ground. At that time, Surdas wrote very nice bhajan. He said that, हाथ छुड़ाकर जा रहे निर्बल जानी मोए, जो हृदय छोड़कर जा सको सबल बखानु तोए. Considering I'm an old man, I'm a weak man, you're running away from me. But I will consider you to be powerful, very strong person, if you can run away from my heart. Krishna said, Babaji, your heart is more comfortable for me than my Vaikuntha planet. I cannot leave that. I will always reside in the devotees' hearts. This is Krishna's promise. So this happened in Kali Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, Mother Yashoda was trying to catch him. Anybody wants to say anything? So far what we have been discussing?
No, this bhajan and all this is wonderful, really. Many people are like commenting also and reaction also.
Anybody is asking any question or commenting? Commenting means somebody wants to say something, add something. Anybody? Please don't feel shy.
I would like you to repeat these lines of the
Repeat
bhajan.
what?
Of the bhajan. हाथ छोड़कर जा रहे, then?
हाँ, हाथ छोड़कर जा रहे
हाँ,
निर्बल जानी मोहे,
okay.
जो हृदय छोड़कर जा सको सबल बखानु तो है.
जो
निर्बल मीन्स
हृदय
वीक,
जो
राइट?
हाँ, जो हृदय छोड़कर जा सको, then?
सबल. That means I can.
Strength, with this
Yes, sir. Yes, I
powerful.
accept that, you're a strong man, strong
हाँ,
person. सबल, निर्बल, सबल.
हम्म,
So Yashoda Mai, when she caught him after Krishna stopped, then she wanted to punish him. Now, see, there are many nice explanations also given in these Leelas. When we go into details, analyze the Leela, like why did she pick up a thin stick? Now, normally the cowherd men, जो गैया चराते हैं, गैया को साथ लेके जाते हैं, तो उनकी लकड़ी मोटी होती है. The stick is quite thick so that they can scare the cows so they can go properly in the herds, right? So why didn't she pick up the thick stick? Why did she choose to pick up the thin one? Of course, she did not want to hit Krishna. I told you that, it was not her intention, just only to scare him. But why did she pick up this thin stick?
डराना ही तो था, मारना थोड़ी था.
Sorry?
It was just to scare him only. That's why.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether anybody has been beaten up by the sticks in childhood. In our school days, we got so much of beatings from the teachers. In those days, there was no law like child abuse or something like that. Go and complain to the police like that. At school, if we did any kind of wrong thing, we would get the beatings from the teachers. And when we go back home and complain, the teacher beat us up. At home also, you must have done something wrong. You deserve that. The parents also would start beating us up. तो दोनों तरफ मार पड़ती थी. तो अच्छा होता था कि चुप करके बैठ जाओ. स्कूल में मार खा के आओ, घर में नहीं मार खानी है तो चुप करके बैठ जाओ, कुछ नहीं, मत कंप्लेन करो. Now, the thin stick, it can be more painful than the thick stick.
Okay.
जैसे वो घोड़े की चाबुक होती है ना, भाई, उसकी जो मार पड़ती है ना, उसका दर्द बहुत होता है. मोटी स्टिक का इतना दर्द नहीं होता है. So this shows how intelligent Yashoda was. She she decided to take the thin stick to just scare him. Scaring also should be effective. So that's why she chose the thin stick. So after catching him, what she did, she encircled his belly with the rope. She wanted to tie him up. Now here also, I want to ask you a question. When any thief is caught by police, how did the policemen will catch him? They will just handcuff him, right? उनके हाथ को बांधेंगे ना,
Yeah.
करेक्ट? उनकी कलाइयों में हथकड़ियां डालेंगे. किसी भी चोर का पेट थोड़ी बांधेंगे वो,
नहीं.
right? So then why did Yashoda Mai decide to tie his belly, tie the rope around his belly, not his hands? Can anyone guess? See, so many things we can learn, from this Leela, and very interesting points.
भगवान का दामोदर नाम फेमस होना था.
हाँ, वो भी मैं उस बात पे भी आऊंगा. He became more famous after this Leela. So Yashoda Mai thought, that whatever mischief Krishna was doing, even stealing also, the energy he was getting because his stomach was able to digest everything. Digestion happens in the stomach, right?
Yeah.
So she thought, that stomach is the source of his energy. So better I tie his belly. And that's why she tied his belly. So what she did, she encircled the rope around his belly and then around the grinding mortar. Now, this also is a very interesting point. Now, they had 900,000 cows, right? And each cow was tied with the pillar. खूंटे से बांधते हैं ना गाय को. So she could have tied with any one pillar, any of the pillars of the cows, the rope. But she tied with the grinding mortar. What was the reason behind that? Of course, grinding mortar also was very heavy compared to Krishna. It was very heavy. But still, it was movable. And the pillars, with which, the cows are tied up, those pillars cannot be moved. So she did not tie baby Krishna with the rope and with one of the pillars of 900,000 cows. What could be the reason? Any guess? Everybody's quiet. See, because, it is said, whatever objects we see around Krishna, apparently they look like material objects, but they are conscious. उनमें भी चेतना है. So Mother Yashoda thought that this grinding mortar also is the culprit. Because Krishna climbed on the grinding mortar to break the pots. He was not able to reach to the pots, but grinding mortar helped him to reach the pots. So she thought that grinding mortar also is the culprit. So grinding mortar also should be punished together with Krishna. So she tried to tie Krishna with the grinding mortar. उखल के साथ बांधा उनको. तो क्या हुआ जब वो रस्सी को चारों ओर बांध के जब गांठ बांधने का समय आया, when she tried to tie the knot, the rope was 2 fingers too short. Not 1 finger, not 3 fingers, 2 fingers. So 2 reasons are given why she was not able to tie baby Krishna. And now what she did after that, she untied all the cows one by one and joined all the ropes together. And after joining all the ropes together, after encircling the belly of Krishna, when she tried to tie the knot, again, the rope was 2 fingers too short. She was mesmerized. What is happening here? Now, see, nowadays also, if you go to India, in small towns, villages, it is said in India, everybody's business is everybody's business. Right? लोग एक दूसरे की पंचायत बहुत करते हैं और झांकते रहते हैं दूसरों के घरों में क्या हो रहा है. तो जब ये हो रहा था, यशोदा माई was not able to time up. Then the gopis passing by, they were looking, they were saying, what nonsense, you're wife of Sarpanch, Nand Maharaj, and you cannot tie your baby. What's wrong with you? Yashoda Mai said, आप लोग आइए, आप प्रयत्न करके देखिए. And it is said, those gopis also brought the ropes from their houses. And after joining all the ropes, at the end, again, the rope was 2 fingers too short. So the Vaishnavas, great acharyas, they give 2 reasons because of which Krishna was, Yashoda Maya was not able to tie baby Krishna. One is Krishna's Sankalpa Shakti, Satya Sankalpa Shakti. Now see, whenever we take any Sankalpa, we take any vow, we promise to someone or something, we want to do something, accomplish something, we pray to Krishna to help, right? Now with his help, with his mercy, we are able to accomplish something in life, according to our vow. So if he is helping us to fulfill our vows, fulfill our commitments, who can stop him from fulfilling his own vow? So Krishna had decided on that day that no matter how much my mother tries today, she will not be able to tie me up. I will not allow that to happen. But then on the other hand, Yashoda Mai also did not give up. She was thinking in her mind, he is my child. He's such a small baby. If his determination is so strong, I am his mother. My determination should be stronger than his determination. So she also did not give up. So when she did not give up, then Krishna bestowed her mercy upon her. Another reason it is said, he was not, Yashodamai was not able to time up, because if somebody has read Bhagavad Gita properly, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is addressed as Vibhuti. We are Anu, part and parcel of Krishna. Whatever things we see in the creation, everything is part and parcel of Krishna. Everything is coming from him. So rope also is coming from him, right? So if the rope is part of Krishna, then how can that part of Krishna can tie baby Krishna? So because of that, because of these two reasons, Krishna Satya Sankalpa Shakti and Krishna being Vibhuti and rope being Anu, part of Krishna, Mother Yashoda could not time up. But later on, when Yashodamai did not give up, because of these two reasons, Yashodamai's continuous effort and Krishna's mercy, she succeeded. So Krishna is teaching us, many times it happens in our life, particularly when we are doing something on Bhakti Marg, devotional life. We get disheartened very easily. When the things do not happen according to our expectation, our anticipation, our wish, our desire, according to our time frame, we get disheartened. And there is a tendency that we give up. We think, this bhakti, इसमें कुछ रखा नहीं है, कुछ नहीं होता है. ये सब खाली कहने सुनने की बातें हैं कि भगवान अपने भक्तों की सहायता करते हैं, बट वास्तविकता एकदम अलग है. So because of these kind of negative thoughts, we give up very easily. So by this Yashodamai's example in the Bhagavatam, we can learn that, we should not give up so easily. With us, what happens when it comes to the material gains, material objects, we keep on endeavoring. हम प्रयास करते रहते हैं भौतिक संसार में कुछ पाने के लिए, राइट? लेकिन भौतिक संसार में केवल हमारा प्रयास काम नहीं आएगा, भाग्य का साथ होना चाहिए. जब ये दोनों बातें होती हैं, मिलती हैं, तो हमें मिलता है. और भक्ति मार्ग में हमारा प्रयास और भगवान की कृपा, वो दोनों होनी चाहिए. भक्ति मार्ग में भाग्य काम नहीं आता है. भौतिक संसार में हमारा प्रयास और भाग्य, और भक्ति मार्ग में हमारा प्रयास, अथक प्रयास और भगवान की कृपा. भौतिक संसार में क्या होता है, भले हम प्रयास करते रहे लेकिन हमारे भाग्य में नहीं होगा तो नहीं मिलेगा. और भक्ति मार्ग में क्या होता है, जब भी भगवान देखते हैं हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं कंटिन्यूअसली, लगातार, तो अपनी कृपा बरसाते हैं. हम क्या करते हैं कि जो भक्ति होती है हमारी, वो भाग्य पे छोड़ देते हैं. वो संसारिक पदार्थ जो हमें पाने होते हैं उसके लिए हम प्रयास करते रहते हैं. So the equation is to change. We have to keep on endeavoring on the bhakti marg, and in the material life, we have to compromise with our destiny. Because if it is not in our destiny, we will not get it, no matter how much we try. I think more than a couple of times I mentioned in one of the few sessions, that when we ask people to go to the temple, visit temple for the programs and all that, लोगों को कहते हैं मंदिर में ये कार्यक्रम है, ये उत्सव मना रहे हैं, आप आइए. तो लोग क्या कहते हैं कभी कभी, और अधिकतर, यदि हमारे भाग्य में होगा, यदि उसका बुलावा आएगा तो हम आएंगे. हाँ, यदि ऊपर वाले का बुलावा आएगा तो हम आएंगे. यदि ऊपर वाले का बुलावा आएगा तो हम कहाँ जाएंगे? That's the final call, right? If he calls us, where will we go? जब भी उसका बुलावा आएगा तो हम कहाँ जाएंगे? तभी मंदिर थोड़ी जाएंगे हम. तभी तो शरीर छोड़ना पड़ेगा ना हमें. So yeah, coming back to this point. So Yashodamai का अथक प्रयास. When Krishna saw that, he bestows his mercy upon her. and he allowed himself to be bound with the rope. So it is said here, no, he was not tied with a rope, but rather he was bound with mother's love and affection. So that's the power of sincere dedication towards him. Nobody else can capture Krishna. Nobody. Great yogis also cannot do that. But Krishna is easily captured by his devotees. Krishna doesn't owe anyone, right? But he says that he is indebted to gopis of Vrindavan, his devotees. Why he said that? Because once what happened? Now see, from incident to incident, different things come up. Once what happened? Narada Muni asked Krishna that who is his greatest devotee, purest devotee. Krishna told Narada Muni, he told him to visit different places, and he told him finally, you go to Vrindavan. So Narada Muni visited many great yogis, but Krishna told him, you go and ask them that Krishna is having headache. And the cure for his headache is the dust from the feet of his devotee. So Narada Muni went to many great devotees. Devotees said, how can we give our dust so that Krishna can put on his head? Actually, we put our head at his feet. It's a great offense if Krishna puts dust from our feet to his head, on his head. We won't do that. So when Narada Muni went to Vrindavan, and he told gopis that Krishna is having headache, and the cure for his headache is, some dust particle from the feet of his devotee. All the gopis, they collected so much dust and gave to Narada Muni. Narada Muni said, you are not concerned? It's a great offense. You normally bow your head at Krishna's feet. You bow down to him. And now you're giving the dust from your feet so that he can put on his head. You're not concerned that, it's a great offense. It's a sin. And you may have to go to hell because of this. Gopis say, we don't care if we want to go to hell. As long as it can cure Krishna's head, we don't care. So Narada Muni was in tears. What kind of devotion they have. They always want Krishna to be happy, comfortable. Then when Narada Muni went back to Krishna, Krishna said, the gopis. Then Krishna told him, I cannot repay to gopis. I am always indebted to them. Otherwise, Krishna doesn't owe anyone anything. Right? So, coming to that point, when we continuously do that and on the spiritual path, then Krishna bestows his mercy upon us. Then the equation is complete. Then we can achieve things. So after Mother Yashoda tied him up, she went to the kitchen to do the household work. Because festival was there, she had to prepare so many things. Now what happened here? Balaram came. When Balaram saw Krishna, he became so angry. He said, who dare to tie my brother up like this, He started shouting. Krishna said, Mother Yashoda did that. Balaram said, I will go and tell her, why she did that. How could she do that? Roaring, Balaram went there, telling Mother Yashoda, how dare you do this, to my brother? Don't you know there is Narayan himself? He came in different forms in different yugas. He's Nrsingadev, he's Varahadev. He took Matsya Avatar. He's Lord Ramachandra. So Yashodamai said that, all these incarnations, if Krishna is your younger brother is that, who are you? Then Balram said, I'm Lakshman. So Yashodamai said, my house is so free, so much space I have that all the incarnations, they have to come to my house or what? You keep quiet, otherwise I will tie you up also next to him. Then Balram could not say anything. Then he went to Krishna and told him that you must have done something wrong. I cannot help you now. So this is the power of a devotee. Mother Yashoda not only she tied baby Krishna, but she chastised Balaram also. Then Balaram also got so scared. The source of all energy, Balaram, he also got so scared. So then what happened? Krishna was tied up with the grinding mortar. Then he remembered that Narada Muni had promised Kubera's two sons, who were in the form of two trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Kubera's sons, does anyone know this incident? Kubera's sons, two sons, were cursed by Narada Muni to be born in the form of trees on the earth planet. Does anyone know this incident? It's from the Bhagavatam. Who is Kubera? Does anyone know who is Kubera?
वो तो है ट्रेजरर देवताओं का।
He is a treasurer, कोष अध्यक्ष,
हाँ,
right?
हाँ,
वो धन के देवता नहीं है, धन के रक्षक है।
okay,
धन की देवी तो लक्ष्मी जी है, right?
हाँ,
So he's the treasurer. He's not the god of wealth. So his sons, Nalakova and Manigriva, young boys, once what happened? They were intoxicated. They were drunk. And they were taking bath in Mandakini holy river with young women. They were enjoying with them. Completely naked, not wearing any clothes. So at that time, what happened? Narada Muni happened to pass by from there. So young women, when they saw Narada Muni, they felt very embarrassed. They covered their body and they left. They ran away. But Kubera's two sons, they were very oblivious. They stood in front of Narada Muni as though nothing had happened. Narada Muni got really angry. Now, here he did not get, Narada Muni did not get angry because they did not express respect towards him, respect for him. Because saintly people, they don't care whether anyone respects them or insults them. For them, it's equal. But here, Narada Muni thought that these are not ordinary people. These are Kubera's sons. So normally, in the society, when any person of high prestige, high status, or any celebrity, whatever the person does, people follow, right? In our India, it's very common. Many celebrities, like movie stars, whatever they do, many people, they try to imitate them. They try to follow their footsteps, right? So Narada Muni thought, if Kubera's sons are behaving like this, what kind of example they are setting in the society? Other common people also may follow them. And in the scriptures, there are specific 13 offenses mentioned while taking bath in a holy river. One of the offenses is one should not enter the holy water naked. One should cover the body. And one should not apply the oil and go and take bath in the holy river. If you go to India, many holy rivers, when you go to different ghats in Ganga or Yamuna, people, they rub so much soap and oil and all that, take bath in the holy river. Actually, that's an offense. Many times you might have seen, people, when they do achaman, I just show you this mudra. They do this mudra to take the achaman. They take the water in the hand like this, right? Have you seen many people, they do that? They bring the index finger at the base of the thumb and they take the water. जब ये आचमन करते हैं तो ये मुद्रा में पानी लेते हैं. Correct? Now, if you are, or sometimes people, they take chanamrit also like that. When you give them chanamrit, they do this mudra. If you are taking ordinary water in this mudra, it's fine. But if you are taking water from any holy river or chanamrit in this mudra, that's an offense. Because this mudra is to purify the water. So if you take ordinary water in the hand, in this mudra, that's fine. Because it will have a purifying effect on the water. But if chanamrit is there, chanamrit is already pure. Right? So there is no need to purify it. But if we are doing that, thinking that, we are more knowledgeable, we can purify the chanamrit by this mudra, we are committing an offense. The thing which is already pure, there is no need to purify it. So this also is one of the 13 offenses. To take any holy water or chanamrit doing this mudra. One should not do that. So coming back to this, Kubera's sons, they were naked and they were drunk. And this also is an offense. Under the effect of influence of any intoxicating thing, one should not enter the holy water. One should not take bath in the river, particularly holy river. So these kind of offenses they committed. So Narada Muni said, that these sons of Kuberas, they deserve to be taught a lesson, so that the other people also get the message. So Narada Muni cursed them to become trees and take birth in the form of trees on the earth planet. They were in the heavenly planets. Now, why Narada Muni gave them that kind of curse them in that way? To take birth in the form of trees, not any other form. Trees. Why trees? Any guess? What could be the reason that Narada Muni cursed them to become trees on the earth planet?
So that they cannot move. They
Huh?
have to, they cannot move. They have to stand still.
Yeah, that's acceptable. But main reason is, because they were standing naked. So Narada Muni said, you don't need to wear clothes. So trees don't wear clothes. So become trees. Right?
Hmm.
And that also not any other trees. No mango tree, no banyan tree, no neem tree, no amla tree, Arjuna trees. See, the saintly people, whenever they give any ashirvad or any curse, they think very carefully. They think very, very carefully, because it's a big responsibility. Even blessing someone also is a big responsibility. So Narada Muni very carefully told them to become trees, Arjuna trees. Now, because he thought these are Kubera's sons, both of them, they are Kubera's sons. So they must have done many pious activities in their previous life to be qualified to take birth in Kubera's family. In spite of taking birth in such a high-class family, elevated position, still the desires to enjoy senses is so much deeply rooted in their heart. So they should become Arjuna trees. Arjuna trees, the roots are very deep inside in the ground. That's why normally whenever any typhoon or any cyclone comes, storm comes, Arjuna trees don't fall so easily, क्योंकि उनकी जड़ें बहुत गहराई तक जाती हैं भूमि में. तो नारद मुनि ने कहा कि इनकी जो इच्छाएं जो है, तृष्णा जो है, वो उनके हृदय में कितनी गहराई तक भरी हुई है. इतना अच्छा जन्म लेने के बाद भी वो इस प्रकार का उनका व्यवहार है. So that's why Arjuna trees. Some of you may know that, Arjuna, the bark of Arjuna is used as a medicine to strengthen the heart. People who have weak heart, they can take that, the kadha, the concoction, by boiling Arjuna bark in the water, they can drink that. Heart becomes very strong. In Ayurveda, there are some medicines also made from Arjuna, bark of Arjuna trees. So when they heard the curse from Narada Muni, they came to their senses. They fell at Narada Muni's feet. And then Narada Muni, being a saint, so much compassion, he also then felt sorry for them. Then he told them, my curse will not go in vain. Now, because you are repenting, you are regretful, so I bless you that though you will take birth as trees, but not in any other forest, any remote place, in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And you will see Krishna playing around you. And by seeing Krishna's childhood pastimes, you will get purified. And then Krishna himself will liberate you from this form, from the form of trees. So Krishna remembered that Narada Muni's blessings. So he said, now I need to fulfill Narada Muni's blessings on these Kubera sons. He did not have to do anything with Kubera sons. It's not that, if he freed Kubera sons, then Kubera would give him some money. Krishna didn't care, because Lakshmi ji herself is serving Krishna. Who is Kubera in front of him, in front of her? But because his devotee had promised Kubera's son, so he had to fulfill his devotee's words. Krishna is like that. Sometimes to uphold his devotee's words, he himself breaks his promise. Some of you may remember that, right? Before the Mahabharata war started, Krishna took a vow that he would not carry any weapon. He will not fight. Right?
Mm.
But he did that. He attacked Bhishma Dev. Why?
Just to keep his glory, his bhakta's glory up.
Which Bhakta?
Bhishma? Bhishma.
Ah. Because when Bhishma heard that, Krishna's vow, then he also took a vow that I will compel you, I will force you to take weapon in your hands.
Mm.
And when Krishna saw that Arjuna was not fighting properly with the Bhishma Dev, then he jumped from the chariot. He picked up a wheel of a chariot, broken chariot, and started revolving it around his finger like a Sudarshan Chakra, ran towards Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev became so happy. He said, oh, the person who has given me life, he's going to take my life. I will get mukti. Then Bhishma actually reminded him, Krishna, you promised, you had taken a vow, sankalpa, that you will not fight, you will not carry any weapon. Krishna said, I'm not carrying any weapon. Bhishma Dev, you're carrying that wheel. So Krishna said, yes, of course it's a wheel. No, it's not any weapon, right? So then Bhishma Dev learned archery, martial arts. His guru was Brihaspati. So he was very knowledgeable, very learned. So Bhishma Dev told him that according to the Kshatriya code, warrior's code, any object, if someone uses to defend himself or to attack someone, opponent, that object can be treated as a weapon. So from that logic, though it's a chariot's wheel, still it's a weapon. Krishna told him that is according to your logic. No, it's not according to my logic. For me, it's a broken broken chariot's wheel. So there was a very good conversation. I will not go into details, but the point is that, as you said rightly, Shokantalaji, to uphold Bhishma Dev's promise, Krishna broke his promise. He doesn't care that he will get bad name. As long as his devotee's reputation is maintained, Krishna doesn't care that his name is spoiled or not. This is Krishna. Right? So he remembered Narada Muni's promise, blessings to Kubera's son. So what he did, he put that grinding mortar in the horizontal form and started dragging it to the trees. And then he made that grinding mortar get stuck between the trees and just gave a little pull. Both the trees, now these trees were thousands of years old, thousands and thousands of years old, very deeply rooted. They were completely uprooted. Now here I want to ask you a question. Now grinding mortar is a wooden grinding mortar made from wood. In the rope, compared to old trees, thousands of years old trees, deeply rooted, grinding mortar is very weak, right? Rope also is very weak. So neither the rope nor the grinding mortar broke, but the trees were uprooted. Now they were not cut. They were completely uprooted. Just by little pull Krishna gave. So how that could be possible? Why didn't the rope break or the grinding mortar break? Why that didn't happen? Can anyone guess? See, from this, what we can learn, the objects which may apparently look very weak, very fragile, but when they get connected towards the most powerful person, Krishna, then they acquire the same kind of strength. So in our case also, sometimes, you might have experienced that we may come across some kind of miserable situation, problem according to, from our perspective, may look so big. Because when we become anxious, more worried, the problem gets magnified. Then we feel, oh, it's a dead end, अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम, हमारी कथा समाप्त, right? But when we at that time we surrender to him, the most powerful person and most merciful person, and when he listens to our prayers, he empowers us, then he extends his helping hand, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly. Then in that kind of dead end situation also, we may find somebody to come and help us and pull us out from that situation. You might have experienced many times, right, in life?
आपने भी एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, शेयर
Sorry?
सम.
Sorry?
You must have also
I've
experienced
experienced many
something.
times, many times,
So you
many
can
times.
share that also.
Yeah, many times. So see, now here I want to share with you. Krishna is known as he knows all three kals, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Correct? Trikal Darshi, right? So whenever we are in any miserable situation, we pray to him. When we find ourselves helpless, Krishna knows our past. He knows that, before also this kind of thing happened with him. And he promised to me that, if I pull him out from that situation, he will become very sincere and he will dedicated to me and all that. But after a few days, again back to square one. Now at this moment also, Krishna thinks, at this moment also, he's praying to me, he's asking me for help. And if I pull him out from this situation, again after a few days, he'll start doing same nonsense things. Because he knows our future also, right? But Krishna neither focuses on our past nor thinks about our future. He sees that at this present moment, this person needs my help and he's sincerely praying to me, asking for my help. So my duty as Bhakta Vatsala, as a protector of devotee, my duty is to help him. Now in future, if he does whatever he does, that's up to him. But now at this moment, he's asking me, I should help him. So each time, whenever we are in a miserable situation, Krishna just focuses on that moment. At this moment, this particular present moment, this person needs my help. So it's my responsibility to help. Right? So yes, you ask me, there are so many instances in life, that, at the dead end, when we see that, I personally have experienced that. And I've heard from many devotees also, similar kind of experiences. So this is Krishna's mercy. We don't deserve that. We are very undeserving. But his mercy is causeless. It doesn't depend on any cause or qualification. If it was depending on our qualification, then we are not going to be qualified at any point in our life. But Krishna's mercy is unconditional. Right? So, when these trees fell down, after Krishna pulled them down, Kubera's two sons, they appeared. Very divine form, demigods, shining, illuminating, so effulgent. Then they offered Aarti, some prayers, and they did parikrama around Krishna. And they left. They disappeared in the sky. So the point I wanted to make, that about that no matter how weak we are, but when we get connected with him, then we become powerful. That's why neither the grinding mortar or nor the rope broke, but the trees fell down. So when Kubera's sons appeared, they offered the prayers, they left. When the trees fell down, such a loud sound they made, as though big mountain fell down from the sky on the earth. So people around that area, they became so scared. What happened? Nanda Baba and his friends, they ran to that spot. So when they came, when Nanda Baba saw two trees near baby Krishna, he could not understand what could be the reason. He asked the boys, what happened? छोटे छोटे ग्वाले वहां खेल रहे थे. Gopakumaras were playing there. So he asked them, what happened? They said, your Lala, he brought the trees down. Nanda Baba laughed, as you're laughing now. Nanda Baba said, this guy, such a small, he's so weak. He cannot take my shoes, both shoes together. He takes one by one on his head. Now, this person can bring 2 trees down, thousands of years old? I don't believe that. The children explained to them the whole situation, what happened, the sequence. Now, see, if anybody is trying to make up story, the sequence cannot be so much in detail. They told each and every detail what happened. And those two divine personalities appeared. They offered the arti, offered the prayers, they did the parikrama and they left. So much detail. Still, Nanda Baba did not believe. Now, see, they were in Dwapur Yuga, right? Normally, children, they don't lie.
Yeah.
Of course, we say that it was Dwapur Yuga and Kali Yuga is different thing. Small children also, they lie a lot, right? But Nanda Baba did not have any reason not to believe them, but he did not believe them. Because he never looked at Krishna like he's supreme person. He thought he was just a small baby. He needs my help. That parental mood, Vatsalya Bhav. So first what he did, he untied baby Krishna. When he was untying him, he said, who can dare to tie you up? I am the Sarpanch. I am the main person of this whole Brajamandal. In my area, who can dare to tie you up? Krishna did not say anything at that time. Nanda Baba said, you tell me that person's name, I will punish that man, that person. After untying baby Krishna, he carried baby Krishna and kept on asking him, you please tell me who is that? Krishna did not say anything. By that time, Mother Yashoda also arrived there. Because she also, when she heard, first thought in her mind, something should not happen to my baby, Krishna, my Lala. She came there. When she arrived there, then Krishna with his little finger pointed at her, Baba, Maiya bahut buri hai. She's very bad. She tied me up. Then Nanda Baba could not say anything to Mother Yashoda, right? Then he also just says, Krishna, you must have done something wrong. Otherwise, why your mother would punish you like that? She loves you so much. Krishna said, no, she doesn't love me. She was loving me that much, then she would not have tied me up like this. She's very bad. Now, from today onwards, I will not stay with her. You take with me. Now, they had big houses. So, Nanda Baba asked him, then in the morning, who will wake you up? Who will feed you? Who will bathe you? Krishna said, everything from today you do for me. Maiya bahut buri hai, main unke paas nahi jaunga. When Mother Yashoda heard that, baby Krishna will not go to her, as though, she just left her body. क्योंकि मैया के तो उसके प्राण बसते थे ना कृष्ण में. So Nanda Baba pacified her, told her, he's angry, upset now. Just give him few moments. In a short period of time, he will be okay. So I'm taking him now with me. So Nanda Baba took him. It is said that for 7 days, Krishna stayed with him. On the 7th day, Rohini, Balaram's mother, she went to Nanda Baba and said, Yashoda Mai, any moment she may die. Because she cannot tolerate the separation from Krishna. When Krishna heard that Yashoda Mai is any moment she is going to die, give up her body, he ran. He jumped from Nanda Baba's lap and he ran to Mother Yashoda. Now see, when he was hungry 7 days ago on Diwali day, he was not able to walk properly. Sometimes he was groaning because he was small. But when he heard that Mother Yashoda is going to give up her life, he ran. He went and hugged her. So when Mother Yashoda felt the touch of her beloved son, Krishna, she became so happy, so blissful again. She got the same stature of her body. So that was the concluding day when Krishna went back to Mother Yashoda. So this is Damodar Leela.
वंडर मजा आ गया।
Any question, any comment?
बहुत ही वंडरफुल, बहुत मजा है।
Yes. Krishna's Leelas are like that.
हम्म,
No matter how many times we hear, we share with others, we read about them, we don't get bored. Navaneet, each moment they are very refreshing. Very refreshing.
हम्म।
We need to develop that taste to relish these pastimes, these Leelas.
And there was a reason behind everything.
Yes,
अब
yes,
बांधा जाना, ठीक है, फिर
yes,
वो वो कुबेर के सन का मुक्ति मिलना, वो भी तो जरूरी था। तो
yes,
इसके नीचे रीजन था।
yes. Everything, see, Krishna, whatever he does, everything has a meaning. And by his one act, he accomplishes many things,
मैनी थिंग्स, यस,
right?
राइट।
Krishna is the one who gives us intelligence.
या
So we also think so much carefully, when we need to do something, when we want to do something. We think about the consequences and all that in general when we use our intelligence properly. So the person who is giving us intelligence, which helps us to think properly, carefully before we do something, how much more careful he would be,
राइट।
right? The source of intelligence, he himself would be very, very careful what he does. And each act of his always has relishing effect on the devotees. He wants his devotees to be happy. The reason why he comes to the material world to do these leelas, he gives us a glimpse, that so many wonderful leelas are happening in the spiritual world. Why are we rotting in this material world? Why are we suffering in this material world? In cinemas, when we go to watch movies in cinema halls, after intermission, they show trailer of the forthcoming movie, right? To create that desire to watch that movie also, right? So Krishna also comes here, giving us trailer that what kind of activities are happening there. Then that curiosity, that desire, that eagerness will develop in our heart that we should go there, where these kind of leelas are happening eternally. Not only Dwapara Yuga, eternally happening. Yes. One of the reasons, why Yashoda Mai ran to the kitchen to protect the milk, because that milk was not ordinary milk. They had 900,000 cows, like 9 lakh gaiya thi. Usme se 10 gaiya, 10 cows were very special. They were known as Padmagandha Gai. That means the milk of those cows, the fragrance of the milk was like the fragrance of a blossomed lotus flower, Padma. So Mother Yashoda thought, that if that milk is destroyed in the fire, then she had to wait for 24 hours to get the milk from those cows. But her breast milk was available for baby Krishna each moment, right? But Krishna did not understand that. He was playing the Leela. So apparently did not understand, what was the reason that Yashoda Mai neglected him and went to the kitchen. And another reason also it is said, some parts of India, still it's a belief that, if there is a small baby, infant growing up in the family, the women in the family, they are very careful. They won't allow the milk to boil over, spill over from the pot and burn in the fire. Otherwise, it will harm the child's health. So Yashoda Mai was concerned about Krishna's health also. But these things Krishna apparently did not understand. He just got angry. How could she show neglectful? How could she behave like this with me? I will show my anger tantrum. So many things, from these kind of pastime, these kind of leelas, we can understand. And all these things, on one hand, they have logical sense. On the other hand, spiritually, they are very relishable.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, in the material world, when we apply only logic, then it becomes very dry. Right?
Hmm.
It doesn't have any effect on the heart. But Krishna's Leelas, they have logical sense, they make logical sense. At the same time, spiritually, they're very purifying, very relishable. Ek panth do kaj, right? We say.
Right. अगर इतना सब नहीं करते तो कैसे वो कुबेर के पुत्रों को मुक्ति मिलती?
हाँ,
के लिए किया ये सब?
yeah. और हमारे जैसे लोगों के लिए ये सब का लीला भगवान करते हैं, जैसे like we share his leelas, we read about his leelas, we hear about his leelas, because all these activities, they purify our consciousness.
Right.
Otherwise, we don't know. We might have done so many activities in the previous life, so which may work as a consequence of some kind of act which can be very sinful in this current life, right? So Krishna destroys that kind of karma. His leelas, when we hear or when we read about these leelas, they have the effect of completely destroying. The seeds are completely burnt. Then there is no more sin. Right? So this is the advantage of Krishna's leelas, hearing about Krishna's leelas, discussing about his leelas, reading about his leelas. We always gain something. Any comment, any question? Has somebody posted a question or comment?
You just unmute yourself and then ask.
You've left us speechless, sir.
Oh, thank you for the nice comment.
It's a wonderful story. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Namaste. Good evening, sir. Regarding you said that Krishna will help us in our present moment, whatever is the situation. Krishna will help if our prayers are sincere. Puranas have heard that Krishna is the deity who is very difficult to be pleased than Lord Shiva or Brahmaji. Is it true?
Yes, that also is true. See, one of Krishna's names is Hari. And what is the meaning of Hari?
One who
takes away
destroys.
everything. Who takes away everything. Right? Now, apparently, from Krishna's perspective, he takes away all our anxieties and problems. If we are sincere. And if he feels confident enough about ourselves, that when he helps us and when he makes things easier for us, we will not take undue advantage of the situation. Then Krishna will help us to progress in the material world. But on the other hand, it is said, when somebody is really, really dear to Krishna, then he starts taking away the things, material things from him. So that he doesn't waste any time on other things. Surrenders completely, fully, 100% to Krishna. Like practical example I give you. When supposing a woman who has a child. Now, when she wants to do some important work, and if she's bothered again and again by the child is asking for this thing, that thing, different things. So if she doesn't want to be bothered, she will give some toys to the boy, to the child, right? To be engaged so that she can fulfill her responsibility, right? More important work she can do. So Krishna also does that. When he doesn't want to be bothered by by his children, so-called devotees, then he will give whatever amenities they want, just take. Don't bother me anymore. I have more other devotees to take care of, sincere devotees. And in case of Lord Shiva, Ashutosh, he is pleased very easily. He can get angry also very easily. And he can be pleased also very easily. Because see, Lord Shiva's vital fluid is like mercury. Mercury comes from Lord Shiva, Parad. Hmm? And that Parad was accepted by Mother Parvati. Then she conceived Kartikeya. Right? Parvati means the person who holds Parad, mercury. Like when a woman becomes pregnant, we say she is Garbhavati. Right? That means she has somebody growing in a womb, Garbhavati. So same way Parvati. So when Mother Parvati, she accepted Parad from Lord Shiva, then Kartikeya was born. So mercury fluctuates very fast, right? According to temperature, goes up and down very fast. So Lord Shiva's nature is like that. He's pleased very easily and he gets angry also very easily. And he gives whatever his devotees ask him for, because he also doesn't want to be bothered. He wants to focus his attention on his worshipable deity, that is Lord Vishnu, Narayan. If you see Lord Shiva's many photos, many pictures, he's chanting on his beads, right? So he's chanting Lord Narayan's names. So he also doesn't want to be bothered by the devotee. So whatever devotees ask him, without thinking whether it is good for the devotee or not, he gives, okay, you take it. Don't bother me anymore. Let me focus on my meditation. Let me meditate on Narayan. So that's why Lord Shiva, in one of the sessions I mentioned that Mother Parvati complained to Lord Shiva that, you provide so many things, material things to your devotees. Your devotees flourish so much in the material world. They prosper so much. And I'm your wife. You have not provided any proper shelter to me. We are staying under a tree, banyan tree. No palace, no proper house. So Lord Shiva said, okay, to fulfill your desire, what to speak of one palace? I will give you the city of palaces. And all palaces will be made of gold. And the pillars will be studded with gemstones, diamonds, pearls. So then created the city of Lanka. All the palaces were made of gold, right? Swarna Nagari, correct? So then to do Graha Pravesh, they needed a priest, a Brahmana. So Lord Shiva's great devotee, Ravana, he was a priest also. He was a great Brahmana. He could chant mantras very proficiently, very nicely, accurately. So Lord Shiva invited him to do Graha Pravesh Yagna. So after Graha Pravesh Yagna was done, then he asked Ravana, what should I give you as a dakshina? So Ravana saw the gold palaces everywhere. He said, I want the whole city. So Ravana got Lanka as dakshina from Lord Shiva. Now Lord Shiva said, this is our destiny. Go back to the banyan tree now. He told Mother Parvati, our destiny is like that. So it's like a humorous thing, happened between Lord Shiva and Parvati. So yes, Lord Shiva, he gives his devotees prosper a lot. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he says that if something is not appropriate for his devotee, he will never give that. Because he does not want his devotee be again bound in the karmic reaction. He wants his devotee to become mukta, to get liberated. And that's why many times it happens, actually, you might have seen in Krishna's devotees' life, actually they suffer a lot than common people. Pandavas, best example. They suffered so much. Right? So Krishna's devotion, he tests people. Sometimes he creates problems in his devotees' lives to test them. How firm they are, how determined they are to remain on that path of devotion. Did I answer your question?
Yes,
Yeah.
You are mute. You need to unmute.
sorry. Then our prayer should be what is appropriate to me. May God give that.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes. He will
Shall I?
provide. He will provide what his devotees need, not what his devotees want. Yeah.
You were telling about the Padmagandha house, and such details are provided in which text? I would like to know that Padmagandha cows you were telling, and such subtle details are given in which text?
In the 10th canto, I do not know exact place, but if you read in the Bhagavatam 10th canto, it is mentioned. In the Damodar Leela, it is mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anybody has any question or any comment?
So may I ask one more thing?
Yeah.
Regarding Lord Shiva, you um, told a special name Ashutosh. What does it mean?
A
Ashutosh.
person who can be pleased very easily. Who can be pleased very easily. There's Ashutosh.
Okay. Thank you.
जी प्रणाम। मैं पूछ सकता हूँ कुछ?
हाँ बोलिए, पूछिए प्लीज।
थोड़ा सा हट के है। अभी सब लोग कल की अवतार आएंगे तो सब होगा, संभल में सब चल रहा है, तो ये बात तो पक्की है कि अभी आने का टाइम नहीं हुआ है। आप इसके बारे में कुछ रोशनी डालेंगे?
क्या चल रहा है? सॉरी, आपका प्रश्न क्या है?
कल की
कल
अवतार
की
के
अवतार,
आने।
हाँ
जी जी
हाँ
जी।
हाँ।
उनके आने का समय कब का है? क्योंकि जो जो चीजें लिखी हैं उसमें से ज्यादातर चीजें तो अभी हो रही है, और एक चीज ये भी लिखी है कि जब आज इंसान इंसान को खाएगा और
हाँ
4 फुट का 3 फुट का रह जाएगा तब आएंगे।
हाँ
तो वो कुछ इस पे रोशनी डालेंगे जरा?
हाँ। अभी जो उसका जो समय बताया गया है, कलयुग का जब भी समय, उसकी जो अवधि है, द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ कलयुग is 432,000 years. And Kali Yuga started from the next day after Krishna left. That was about 5,500 years ago.
Okay.
So Kali Yuga's time so far, which has passed now, is only 5,500 years. That means 426,500 years still to go.
Okay.
So what things are happening now? This is just the beginning of Kali Yuga. So many things, which can be very disturbing, which are happening now. So can imagine then when Kali Yuga progresses further, so many worse things may happen. So this is the reason the great Acharyas, Vaishnavas, they tell us, that don't take a chance to take birth again, to come back again here. Make the best use of the bad bargain, this lifetime itself, and go back to the spiritual world. Don't come back here again, because this place will not be worth living. And we don't know that, supposing after we leave this body, human form, by the time we get qualified to take human birth again, it may happen after 10, 20,000 years later. After that, there won't be any temple left. So we are fortunate at this moment, still we are fortunate, though we are born in Kali Yuga, still we are fortunate that, Krishna is merciful, that at least some things we know. We can read from the Bhagavatam, other scriptures, we know about his pastimes, and we glorify him. By glorifying him, we can purify ourselves. Then we may become qualified to go back to his abode. No need to come back here again.
Okay. तो जिस तरीके से अभी टेम्पल्स का डिस्ट्रक्शन चल रहा है, और मतलब कोई रिश्ता की सैंक्टिटी बची नहीं है, तो ये अभी और बिगड़ेगा ये।
एक प्रकार से देखा जाए, now there is some kind of transformation, change is happening, right?
जी.
So some change is happening, and this kind of positive change, according to the scriptures, it may go on for another 5,000 years.
Okay.
And after that, very steep downfall will happen.
Okay.
Now, this kind of, so this period of 5,000 years from now, or 4,500 years, this is like a golden period for devotees, for people who are more awake, more aware, and they know the significance of getting liberated. No need to come back to this world, in the material creation. So this is an opportunity provided to such people who want to get liberated. So can take advantage of the positive things happening now, will continuously happen for another 4,500 years or so. So just during this period of time, just go back. No need to come back. Kalki Avatar will happen at the end. At that time, no preaching, because people won't have any sense to hear anything. They won't have patience to hear anything. Nowadays also we see people, they don't have patience.
जी.
When you go for any satsang or something, to those venues also, many people, they go early before the satsang starts. Not because they are so eager to hear. They want to have a proper place so that they can get proper rest, back rest, they can sit comfortably. To occupy such places, very limited spaces, they go there. Otherwise, they cannot sit. They cannot sit. I have been going to many places, for now this month we go for satsang and all that. And sometimes I go to do some havan. Havan may last for about 1 hour, 1.5 hours, maximum 2 hours. Youngsters, teenagers, they cannot sit
जी.
in the cross-legged form. They cannot sit on the floor. Halfway they get up and sit on the sofa, on the chair. Cannot sit.
जी.
So these kind of limitations we have nowadays, right? So as the time progresses, spiritually people become more and more regressive. Material progress will happen. Materially people will progress, but spiritually they will regress. They want a patience, and body also will not cooperate with them to sit quietly, comfortably, not comfortably, but even uncomfortably also, at least be seated at one place to participate in the ceremony. It is very difficult.
ठीक है.
Yeah. I hope I answered your question.
जी जी, जरूर जरूर जरूर.
Thank you.
ये आपने 4,500 5,000 साल बताया है. ये 5,000 साल की जो साइकिल है, ये ब्रह्म कुमारी जी बताती है, वो 1,250 साल के 4 साइकिल होते हैं 5,000 के अंदर, सतयुग, त्रेता, द्वापर और कलयुग. तो क्या ये 5,000 साल ये वही वाले साइकिल की बात कर रहे हैं आप?
नहीं 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 नहीं, वो पूरा पूरा युग तो उसकी तो अवधि तो काफी अधिक है. So this is I'm talking about only one yuga, Kali Yuga.
एक युग. अच्छा, ओके.
Yeah. Sometimes like I give you example of prison house. Karagrah.
जी.
So sometimes, after certain interval, some kind of relaxation happens in the prison house. Some prisoners, depending on their behavior, they are released before the sentence is over. That opportunity is given to them, right?
समझ गया.
So this material creation is like a prison house, no?
Okay.
So this kind of concession period happens. In Kali Yuga, we are fortunate that this is happening now, when we are living, when we are alive. So we have to take advantage of this period.
इसमें एक बात जरा क्लियर कीजिए कि ज्ञान, भक्ति, कर्म, इसमें से क्या चीज करने से ये सब मिलता है, या सब कुछ करना जरूरी है मुक्ति पाने के लिए?
भक्ति में सब कुछ आ जाता है.
भक्ति में सब आता है.
भक्ति में सभी का समावेश है. भक्ति इज द मदर ऑफ ज्ञान एंड वैराग्य. So when we do bhakti, अपने आप ज्ञान और वैराग्य आ जाएगा। तो उसके लिए अलग से प्रयास नहीं करना है। वी डोंट हैव टू एंडेवर सेपरेटली फॉर दोस टू अक्वायर दोस, ऑटोमेटिकली विल गेट दोस।
ठीक है।
मे आई आस्क वेयर डू यू स्टे?
मैं दिल्ली दिल्ली में रहता हूँ।
आप कहाँ पे रहते हैं?
दिल्ली।
दिल्ली में रहते हैं।
जी।
हाँ, दिल्ली में रहते हैं। कभी आप बम्बई गए हैं?
बॉम्बे गया।
बॉम्बे गए हैं तो बॉम्बे से आप परिचित होंगे, लोकल ट्रेन से
जी।
परिचित होंगे आप।
हाँ, एक दो बार ट्रेवल किया है।
सो डू हाँ, so do you know the stations, Western Railway stations from Church Gate when you go towards northern side of Mumbai?
हाँ, वर्ली, विरार, इस तरह के बहुत सारे स्टेशन आते हैं।
Correct, 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 correct. So, supposing I give you example, you board the train at Church Gate station.
जी।
Now your destination is suppose Bandra.
जी।
I'm giving example,
जी।
right? Your destination is Bandra. So your final destination is Bandra, right?
जी।
Now after Church Gate, you will come to the Marine Lines, Chani Road, Grant Road, like that. All the stations will come,
जी। जी।
right? So same rule applies when your destination is bhakti, then jnana and vairagya, they are in between. They will automatically come. Whether you use them or not, it's up to you, but they will come. You don't have to endeavor separately for them.
ओके।
Yeah. They are like byproducts of bhakti.
मैं समझ गया। इसमें बस एक संशय ये है कि हर आदमी भक्ति चाह के भी नहीं कर पाता है, ऐसा क्यों है? मतलब भक्ति तो सभी करना चाहते हैं पर कर नहीं पाते हैं। वो
हाँ,
क्या चीज है जो उनको रोक रही है, या क्या चीज भक्त बनने के लिए करना पड़ेगा? कितना भी कोशिश करे, कभी कुछ छूट गया, कभी ठीक है आज छोड़ देते हैं, पूजा नहीं करते हैं। ये भी होता है। क्या करा जाना चाहिए ताकि उस भक्ति के मार्ग पे बिल्कुल तटस्थ रहे हम लोग?
हाँ, अभी इसमें देखिए, हर प्रकार की पूजा भक्ति भक्ति में नहीं आती है।
जी।
हर प्रकार की पूजा भक्ति में नहीं आती है। तो पूजा का जो ध्येय है, व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ डूइंग पूजा, that will determine whether you're doing bhakti or not. If some puja is done to acquire something materially, some material gain, that's not bhakti. That is called karma kanda,
जी।
right? Some ritual you are doing to get something, correct? So that is not bhakti. Bhakti means the activity which we do to please the Supreme Person. That is bhakti.
ये आपने अच्छा बताया। डिफरेंस नहीं पता था इतना ज्यादा।
So any activity which we do to please him, जैसे मैंने आपको उदाहरण दिया गोपियों का,
जी।
गोपियों ने अपने चरणों की धूली नारद मुनि को निकाल के दे दी।
जी।
So they did not care, they had to go to hell. उन्होंने कहा जब तक ये भगवान कृष्ण को सहायता करती है, उसका सरदर्द निकाल देती है, हमारे लिए वो ही काफी है। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड भक्ति, द एक्टिविटी विच कैन प्लीज द सुप्रीम पर्सन, भक्त वत्सला, दैट इज भक्ति।
क्या निश्चल भाव से माँ बाप की सेवा करना वो भी भक्ति में आता है?
यदि माँ बाप संतान को मार्गदर्शन देते हैं कि उनके मानव जीवन का ध्येय क्या है, what is the purpose of human life, if that kind of education is given by parents to the children, then to serve those kind of parents, that's also bhakti.
ठीक है।
लेकिन आजकल के माँ बाप कौन सी शिक्षा देते हैं बच्चों को? What kind of education is given to the children by the parents nowadays?
कुछ खास नहीं।
Everything is focused on economical development. Huh? Make your career, study well so that you can get good job, you can earn good money, then you can take care of us, in old age. This kind of motive is there. मैं ऐसा नहीं कहता हूं कि माँ बाप की सेवा नहीं करनी है, लेकिन माँ बाप को भी सोचना है कि वो अपने बच्चों को, अपनी संतान को कौन सी शिक्षा देती हैं।
ठीक है।
क्योंकि मानव शरीर का जो ध्येय है, The objective, the goal of human life is to get liberated, to go back to the Supreme Person. Don't come back here again. In the भागवतम के 5वें स्कंद में ऋषभ देव, he is giving instructions to his sons. He is saying that one should not beget a child. व्यक्ति को संतान उत्पन्न नहीं करनी चाहिए जब तक उसको ये विश्वास न हो कि वो अपनी संतान को मुक्ति प्रदान करा सकता है. One should not become a guru. किसी को आचार्य नहीं बनना है कि जब तक उसको वो विश्वास न हो कि अपने शिष्य को मुक्ति नहीं दिला सकता है वो. And nowadays these conditions are not followed. How many couples they follow Garbhodan Samskar before begetting a child? गर्भोदन संस्कार के बारे में कितनों को पता ही नहीं क्या होता है. So most of the progeny is the outcome of lust, not Garbhodan Samskar. So if any product is outcome of lust, what kind of expectation we can have from such progeny? And such progeny will not take care of the parents in old age.
ठीक है, बात समझ में आ गई.
I'm sorry, my words may be some little bit harsh, but that's a fact of life.
नहीं, आपने बड़े सही शब्दों में समझाया है. ये चीजें कोई नहीं बताता है, मेरे तो सर्कल में कोई नहीं बताता है.
And there are so much of a misconception. Now, one of the biggest misconception is, if you want to take care of elderly person, you need to be with the person.
Correct.
That also is misconception. One example is given in one of the scriptures, जो क्या बोलते हैं, खटमल होता है ना, खटमल.
जी जी.
वो हमारे शरीर से लगा हुआ होता है, हमारे दूसरे सभी सगे संबंधियों से वो काफी निकट होता है, right? Our relatives may be a little bit distant from us, but that khatmal is very close to our body. But what is the objective of that khatmal? To suck the blood.
जी जी जी.
So if anybody is staying with elderly person, but not doing the things which are favorable for the person, causing more anxiety, more pain and all that, so what's the use of that association? What's the use of that company?
समझ गया.
Yes. So sorry again, my apology for becoming a bit harsh, but
नहीं
that's
नहीं
the fact of life, as I
नहीं
said.
जी, आप ये जो बता रहे हैं ये जानना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है ताकि हम अपने बच्चों को और उनके बच्चों को ये बता सके.
हाँ, क्या है, जो बच्चों को बचपन से यदि संस्कार नहीं दिए जाते हैं तो बाद में उसका परिणाम अच्छा नहीं होता है ना.
जी, बिल्कुल ठीक है जी.
और क्या है, जब भी बच्चों को संस्कार अच्छे दिए जाएंगे तो भक्ति मार्ग में आगे जाएंगे. तो शास्त्रों में कहा गया है कि यदि किसी को मुक्ति मिलती है तो केवल उस व्यक्ति को मुक्ति नहीं मिलती है, उसकी 21 पीढ़ियां पहले की तर जाती हैं. 21 जनरेशंस.
21 पीढ़ियां.
हाँ, तर जाती हैं. तो भक्ति मार्ग से न केवल जो भक्त बनता है उसको लाभ होता है, उसके पूर्वजों को भी लाभ मिलता है. And that is the best service we can do to our forefathers, right?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Help them to get liberated from this material world. It's not only helping them to go to heaven. That's not liberation. क्योंकि जो स्वर्ग लोक है वो भी इसी भौतिक संसार में ही है ना.
जी जी जी.
हाँ, यदि किसी को मुक्ति प्रदान कर सकते हैं वो तो बहुत बड़ा कार्य है. ऐसी सेवा तो हो ही नहीं सकती हो.
ठीक है जी.
I hope what I said, it makes sense.
यस इट डज. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका ये बताने के लिए. ये बिल्कुल धारण करेंगे अपने अंदर.
Thank you. Thank you.
आपसे
Before we,
सेशन के बाद
yes,
बात कर सकते हैं कभी, कल परसों में कभी भी।
yeah, you can get my number from Shakuntala ji. You can stay in touch with me, no problem.
ठीक है, शुक्रिया जी।
Yeah. ऐसी बातों के लिए मेरे पास समय सदैव समय रहता है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी आपका।
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी।
Thank you. Thank you. Before we conclude our session, any comment or any question? हाँ तृप्ति जी,
नहीं,
आप आज तृप्त हुई है कि नहीं हुई है?
हाँ हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल। आई थिंक Shrij has raised her hand. Go ahead.
Yes. So, listening to your session, sir, how can we approach or start Bhagavata as a sadhana? How can we approach Bhagavad through Bhagavad? How can we approach Lord Krishna as a sadhana mode?
What's your question? How can we what?
How can we start sadhana, taking Bhagavad or Lord Krishna as
How can we start? Because your voice is not clear.
sadhana?
Sorry.
How can
Sadhana.
sadhana taking Bhagavad or Lord Krishna?
Yeah, first our mood has to be very surrendered mood, in a very submissive way. We need to approach. We need to start reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the scriptures, in a very submissive way, not in a very challenging way. So when we start reading, then Krishna will start revealing himself to us in our heart. And that will have more purifying effect on our consciousness, on our heart. So when our consciousness is more purified, then our activities also will become purer. They will not be binding on us. Now, when we do good karma, that also is binding on us, because we have to get reward for that, right? And many times it is seen that the reward of good karma can become cause of the bad karma.
इस पे थोड़ा सा प्रकाश डाल सकते हैं गुरुजी आप?
जैसे बहुत सारे संपन्न लोग हैं,
जी,
very wealthy people. Now they acquired the wealth, they got wealth because of their previous good karma, right?
जी,
But then sometimes they misuse their wealth. They don't know how to use it properly. Then they start misusing the wealth. They start doing wrong activities using that money, right? So those wrong activities can cause problems for them. They become like sinful activities. So that wealth can become like a curse for people who don't know how to handle the wealth. Right? Does it make sense?
yes, absolutely, perfect.
Yes?
Yes.
So last question before we conclude today's session,
Okay, anybody? Last
or
question.
any comment?
I think many questions.
Any questions?
I think you have answered many questions today.
Thank you.
पूछे होंगे 7 पर आपने you have given clarity to many people's questions today. और जो
Thank you.
आपने कहा विनोद जी अबाउट चिल्ड्रन, मुझे लगता है बिल्कुल सही कहा है आपने कि
Thank you.
बच्चों को हम डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर यही बनाना चाहते हैं. इसके अलावा आई थिंक पेरेंट्स कुछ सोचते भी है इसके बारे में. मैं वही मैंने आई थिंक एग्जाम्पल कभी दिया था शायद. हमारे स्कूल में एक बच्चा है जो मेरे पास आया था. उसने कहा कि आज मुझे छुट्टी चाहिए. तो मैंने कहा कि क्यों छुट्टी चाहिए तुम्हें? तो कहा कि मैं घर जाके प्रार्थना करना चाहता हूँ.
अच्छा.
मैंने कहा क्यों, किस लिए प्रार्थना करना चाहते हो? 6 स्टैंडर्ड का बच्चा था. तो उसने कहा कि मेरे दादाजी हॉस्पिटल में है और मुझे समय नहीं मिला सुबह प्रार्थना करने का, तो इसलिए
अच्छा.
मैं घर जाके जल्दी प्रार्थना करना चाहता हूँ.
अच्छा.
आई थॉट इट वाज सच अ नोबल थिंग.
Yes.
हाँ?
Yes.
तो मैंने कहा बेटा मैं तो छुट्टी नहीं दे सकती, तुम्हें तो प्रिंसिपल के पास जाना पड़ेगा, है ना.
हाँ।
तो शी सेड नहीं प्लीज मुझे जाने दो एंड ऑल। मैंने कहा बेटा अभी आधा घंटा बाकी है स्कूल का, तो एनीवे ही कांट गो ना, ही कांट लीव स्कूल लाइक दैट।
हाँ।
नेक्स्ट आई थिंक नेक्स्ट टाइम आई वेंट टू स्कूल, उसके पेरेंट्स मुझे मिलने आए
हाँ।
और उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि हम बहुत वरीड है। मैंने कहा आपके बेटे का नाम? बोले यश। अरे मैंने
हाँ।
कहा वो तो बहुत ही प्यारा बच्चा है,
हाँ।
मतलब क्लासरूम में अगर झगड़ा होगा तो ही इज लाइक झगड़ा मत करो, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग यू नो। तो
हम्म।
पेरेंट्स ने मुझे कहा नहीं इसी बात को लेकर हम परेशान हैं।
अरे बाप
मैंने कहा क्यों, किस बात की परेशानी है? बोले क्योंकि वो बहुत अच्छा लड़का है।
हाँ।
हाँ, वो अपने दादा दादी के साथ सत्संग जाता है,
हाँ।
वो मतलब घर में बैठा है तो सुबह सुबह उसने अभी बोला है हमको कि उसको रूम में ही वांट्स अ टेम्पल, छोटा मंदिर
हाँ।
चाहिए। 5:30 बजे उठ के नहा के वो पूजा करके फिर स्कूल जाएगा।
हाँ।
मैम ये सब ठीक नहीं है। मैंने कहा नहीं विनोद जी, दिस इज रियलिटी।
यस यस।
तो उसने मुझे पेरेंट्स ने मुझे कहा कि मैम आप उससे बात करिए कि ये सब बंद कर दे। मैंने कहा
हाँ।
मैं तो ही नहीं कह सकती उसको कि ये सब बंद करो, है ना, आपका बेटा
हाँ।
इतना बढ़िया, इतना, आई वाज प्रेजिंग द बॉय बट
हाँ।
दे वर नॉट एबल टू टेक द अप्रिसिएशन ऑफ द चाइल्ड।
या।
उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं मैम, मैं ऐसे अगर करता रहेगा तो वो तो साधु बन जाएगा।
हाँ। हाँ। हाँ।
तो मैंने कहा तो अच्छी बात है ना। बोले नहीं
हाँ।
मैम, उसको तो
हाँ।
इंजीनियर बनना है, उसको
करेक्ट।
इंजीनियर बनना है, उसको अपनी लाइफ में कुछ करना है। मैंने कहा
हाँ।
क्या करना है उसको लाइफ में? हाँ। तो
हाँ।
बोले नहीं मैम, ही हैज टू अर्न मनी, ही हैज टू गेट मैरिड, ही हैज टू हैव चिल्ड्रन, यू नो, ही हैज टू हैव अ
हाँ।
नॉर्मल लाइफ।
नॉर्मल, यस, दैट्स नॉर्मल लाइफ, यस।
दैट इज नॉर्मल
यस।
लाइफ। तो
या।
मैंने कहा खैर मैं तो बच्चों को ये सब नहीं, आई कांट टेल द चाइल्ड टू डू दैट, बट फिर भी मैं बेटे से बात, आपके बच्चे से बात करूंगी कि बिकॉज दिस चाइल्ड वॉज वेरी ब्राइट। ओके, तो 2-3 दिन 5 दिन के बाद शायद ही केम टू सी मी अगेन।
हाँ।
तो उसने बिकॉज आई डोंट गो टू स्कूल एवरी डे, मैं वीक में एक बार जाती हूँ ना एज द हेड
अच्छा।
ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट। तो वो
ओके।
आया, उसको पता चला कि मैं स्कूल में हूँ, तो वो आया वापस। तो मैंने कहा यश, एंड ही इज द ओनली चाइल्ड इन द होल स्कूल ऑफ 3,000 चिल्ड्रन जो हिंदी में ही बोलता है,
अरे वाह।
हिंदी में ही बोलेगा। ओके, तो वो आया मेरे पास, शकुंतला हंसे कुछ, शी नोज द स्टोरी। तो वो आया मेरे पास, बोला कि मैम मैं आपसे कुछ बात करना चाहता हूँ, सीरियस बात। मैंने कहा
हाँ।
अच्छा बोलो। तो ही सेड मुझे पता चला कि मेरे पेरेंट्स आपको मिलने आए थे।
हाँ।
हाँ, तो मैंने कहा हाँ बराबर यश, आए थे आपके पेरेंट्स। तो उन्होंने उसने कहा कि मैम मैं तो अपने माता पिता से, ऐसे बोला उसने, मैं तो अपने माता पिता से बात नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि वो मेरी बात समझते नहीं है, तो आप मेरे माता पिता से बुला के बात करो कि मैं इंजीनियर बनूंगा।
हाँ।
हाँ, मैं उनकी सब ख्वाहिशें पूरी करूंगा,
वेरी गुड।
मैं इंजीनियर बनूंगा, जो वो चाहते हैं मैं सब करूंगा।
हाँ।
तो उनको इतना मतलब परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है,
हम्म।
क्योंकि मैं जब उनसे बात करता हूँ तो मुझे चुप करा देते हैं कि तुझे, तू
सही बात।
छोटा है, तुझे कुछ पता नहीं है, दैट काइंड ऑफ
हाँ।
थिंग यू नो। तो
करेक्ट
मैम
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
आप मेरे माता पिता से बात करिए। तो
वेरी नाइस।
मैंने कहा बेटा आप ना ऐसे करो, अभी आप पढ़ाई के ऊपर, मैंने पढ़ाई का बहुत अच्छा स्टूडेंट है, उसने कहा मैं
हम्म।
पढ़ाई के ऊपर ध्यान दे रहा हूँ, मुझे पता है मैं इंजीनियर बनूंगा, पर
हम्म।
उसके बाद में थोड़े साल बाद
हम्म।
फिर मैं जो मर्जी करूं,
हाँ।
तो मैं उनकी ख्वाहिशें पूरी करूंगा। मैंने कहा
हम्म।
वेरी गुड यश, अभी तुम
दैट्स राइट,
जाओ
यस, दैट्स राइट,
क्लास
यस।
में जाओ। हाँ, तो मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि ऐसे ना 2-3-5 बच्चे हैं हर स्कूल में, बट
हम्म।
दे आर नॉट गेटिंग द राइट पेरेंट्स, नॉट द
हम्म।
राइट गाइडेंस।
करेक्ट करेक्ट
ओके,
करेक्ट।
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि ऐसे बच्चे हमारे संसार में नहीं है, बट वो लोग गुम हो जाते हैं बिकॉज
यस।
पेरेंट्स आर अबाउट मनी, यू नो, वट एवर नॉर्मल,
करेक्ट
उनके लिए
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
नॉर्मल ये है, नॉर्मल जो
हाँ।
आप कह रहे हैं ना वो नॉर्मल नहीं है।
सही बात है।
तो
सही
ये
बात
जो
है।
आप जो कह रहे हैं वो सत्य है, बट वो नॉर्मल नहीं है,
हाँ। हाँ।
वो
यस।
डाइजेस्टेबल नहीं है ना
वो
आज के लोगों
डाइजेस्टेबल
के
नहीं है
लिए।
करेक्ट
लोगों के
करेक्ट
लिए, यू नो,
करेक्ट
कि
करेक्ट।
साधु बन जाएगा, मतलब ये तो मतलब बहुत गलत बात है ये।
क्योंकि
तो
क्योंकि ये जो सफलता और ये जो ऐसे शब्द है ना, उनकी जो परिभाषा है ना,
करेक्ट
दैट इज
करेक्ट
वेरी काइंड ऑफ लोगों के अंदर धारणा बहुत गलत है,
बिकॉज
बहुत ही poor.
सक्सेस इक्वल टू मनी है.
Economical progress, that's
मनी
success.
मनी मीन्स आपके पास पैसा है तो आप
Yes.
सक्सेसफुल है.
Yes,
आपके पास
yes.
पैसा है, आपके पास बड़ी गाड़ी है तो आप सक्सेसफुल है.
The
है
whole
ना?
education system revolves around that.
मैं तो ये कहती हूँ कि अगर मैं बॉम्बे में देखूं, लाइक यू नो, आई नेवर न्यू कि क्या कहते हैं, आईएएस जैसी कोई चीज भी है.
Hmm.
बॉम्बे के लोग नहीं जानते. डिफेंस, कितने लोग बॉम्बे से डिफेंस में जाते हैं?
Hmm. Hmm.
बहुत कम.
Hmm. Hmm.
बिकॉज हर शहर का अपना एक कल्चर है.
सही बात है, एब्सोल्युटली.
बॉम्बे शहर का, जहाँ मैं रहती हूँ, बॉम्बे शहर का कल्चर ही ये है. इधर
हाँ.
मीडिया में जाओ, पैसे
Yeah.
कमाओ, या
Yes.
होटल इंडस्ट्री में जाओ जहाँ
Yes.
पे ग्लैमर है.
यस.
तो अभी साधु संत महात्मा तो ग्लैमर जीरो, ठीक है. और सर्विस सर्विस रिलेटेड मेंटालिटी हमारे बॉम्बे में है ही नहीं. तो मैंने मैं ट्रैवल जब करती हूँ, जैसे चेन्नई जाती हूँ या अहमदाबाद जाती हूँ, कलकत्ता, हर सिटी का अपना एक कल्चर है. अब यूपी बिहार दिल्ली, ये जो है ना, पंजाब, यहाँ पे कल्चर क्या है? गवर्नमेंट जॉब.
करेक्ट. यस.
उनकी माइंडसेट ही वो है कि
हाँ.
गवर्नमेंट जॉब ले लो भैया, पेंशन आ जाएगा,
सही बात
लाइफ
है.
लाइफ सेट है.
सही बात है.
यू नो, तो ये अलग अलग सिटीज का अलग अलग कल्चर है. आई गो टू गुजरात, इट्स अबाउट ट्रेडिंग,
यस.
बिजनेस. अब गुजरात से अगर कोई आर्मी में जाना, को अरे क्यों भैया आर्मी में क्यों जा रहे हो, मरना पीटना थोड़ी ना है ना. ट्रेडिंग करो, पैसे कमाओ. सो मनी ओवर द इयर्स ना, और अभी भी ऐसा ही है, मनी इज रूलिंग अस.
यस, एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली.
सो ये भक्ति और ये जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, जो एब्सोल्युटली ब्यूटीफुल है, वंडरफुल है, सुनने के लिए बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. बट आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी पेरेंट्स वुड थिंक लाइक दिस.
क्योंकि देखिए, अभी जो भक्ति की जो परिभाषा है ना, लोगों को सही समझ में नहीं आती है. अभी भगवत गीता में अर्जुन वो युद्ध नहीं करना चाहता था. जब भी भगवान ने उसको ध्यान योग के विषय में समझाया, तो उसने कहा मैं क्यों नहीं ध्यान योग करूं, मैं क्यों नहीं वन में चले जाऊं ध्यान योग करूं.
करेक्ट.
भगवान ने कहा नहीं, संसार में रह के अपने कर्तव्य का पालन करना है, वो साथ में भक्ति करनी है. इट इज नॉट आइदर और, बोथ कैन बी डन साइमल्टेनियसली.
करेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली राइट.
और आपको ऐसे बहुत सारे उदाहरण मिलेंगे जो भक्ति मार्ग में जाता ना, materially also that person can do very well,
but
because bhakti will bring that awareness, more awareness.
but you know विनोद जी, मैं जो इतने बच्चों को, पेरेंट्स को मिलती हूँ इतने सालों से, मैं हमेशा रेकमेंड करती हूँ नर्सरी के छोटे बच्चों को कि आप ना बच्चे को, why don't you put the child in, let's say, kind of आर्य विद्या मंदिर, या why don't you put the child in ISKCON, okay, भक्ति वेदांत स्कूल में. नहीं, वहां नहीं डालना है हमको. मैंने कहा क्यों नहीं डालना? अरे नहीं, वो लोग सब ये सब मंत्र जाप और ये सब करते हैं, ये सब हमको नहीं चाहिए. सो पेरेंट्स, एजुकेशन ऑफ पेरेंट्स इज नॉट देयर.
Yes.
सो आई मीन, हम तो चलो आपके साथ जुड़े हैं, इतना सारा सुनते हैं, बट ज्यादातर पेरेंट्स यही बोलते हैं. मैं तो कितने पेरेंट्स को मिलती हूँ, नहीं वहां नहीं भेजना, ISKCON में नहीं. मैंने कहा क्यों, ISKCON में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? नहीं, वो सब ऐसे सब हमें नहीं चाहिए. बिकॉज दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इट. बिकॉज वो समझते नहीं है, इसीलिए वो अपने बच्चों को उस तरह की तालीम, शिक्षा नहीं देना चाहते हैं.
Absolutely.
एंड दिस इज द सैडेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर कल्चर.
Very sad. Yes, I totally agree with you.
बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है ये चेंज करना.
ये
कलयुग,
पे
यही
निशानी।
एग्जैक्टली यही कलयुग
कलयुग की निशानी.
Yes.
यही कलयुग की निशानी.
जो सच है, जो यथार्थ है, जो फैक्ट है, उससे तो दूर भागो.
बराबर, सही है.
जैसे अंग्रेजी में, इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं ना कि डेटी वर्शिप, हम कहते हैं डेटी वर्शिप, राइट,
आइडल वर्शिप,
मूर्ति पूजन करते हैं. तो लोग इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं, वो मजाक उड़ाते हैं उसकी खिल्ली उड़ाते हैं कि आइडल वर्शिप इज फॉर आइडल पीपल. जो लोग निकम्मे होते हैं ना, जिनको कुछ काम धंधा नहीं है, वही वो मूर्ति पूजा करेंगे. बट दे डोंट रियलाइज idol worship is ideal worship. There's a difference in pronunciation, right? Words are different, but apparently they sound similar.
Yeah, that's true.
So unfortunately, because we were invaded by these foreigners, so our cultural values were completely destroyed at that time. So we Indians started looking down upon these kind of activities, criticizing it. That's why
True.
parents, you said यश का, अभी
Yeah.
यहाँ पे मुझे ध्यान में आया, मैं बताने वाला था, यशोदा जी का नाम यशोदा कैसे है? जिसने भगवान कृष्ण को यश प्राप्त कराया ये लीला के बाद, जो यश को अदा कर दिया वो यशोदा, जिसने भगवान कृष्ण को भी यश प्रदान किया वो है यशोदा.
Beautiful. Yeah.
जैसे नारद, जो भगवान नारायण की भक्ति हमें अदा करता है वो है नारद,
सही
जो
है.
नारायण को अदा करता है हमें, दैट इज नारद.
True. So, चलो, we are fortunate. ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हम
Yes,
जो
we are
छोड़े
fortunate.
थोड़े बहुत है, वी आर
Yes.
फॉर्चुनेट. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ विनोद जी कि हम सब लकी है कि आप हमारे साथ है, स्वामी जी हमारे साथ है, मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए हम आपसे प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं. वरना आप जैसे जो गुणी लोग हैं, प्रश्न पूछने के लिए हम कहाँ जाए, है ना? बट वी हैव पीपल लाइक यू जिनके साथ हम वार्तालाप कर सकते. वी आर वेरी वेरी ब्लेस्ड एंड वेरी लकी.
Thank you.
एंड
Thank you. I'm
वी विल बी. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ, बाइबल का मुझे एक ही पसंद है कि नोआज आर्क. तो मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ वो नोआज आर्क में हमारे लिए जगह होगी शायद. कल युग से सतयुग की तरफ में हमारे पास वो वाहन होगा जाने के लिए. ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ वी आर ब्लेस्ड टू हैव पीपल एंड लिसनिंग टू ऑल दिस. ये भी बहुत जरूरी है. मैं हम वी रीड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, बट व्हेन यू लिसन, एक अलग तरीके का एक सुकून मिलता है. व्हेन वी हियर योर वॉइस एंड द वर्ड्स दैट यू से, एंड तो ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ, जैसे it gets into our system.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why we are blessed, really.
See, very, very interesting, very important point you mentioned about hearing, because out of all the senses of perception, the sense of hearing is the most powerful one.
True.
इसलिए भक्ति की जो 9 भाग है भक्ति के, श्रवणम सर्वप्रथम है. श्रवण के बाद कीर्तन आता है. सो जो हम श्रवण करते हैं, जो हम सीखते हैं, फिर उसका कीर्तन करें, मतलब वो दूसरों से शेयर करें. तो श्रवणम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जैसे मैंने एक सेशन में उदाहरण दिया था, समझो हम किसी व्यक्ति को देखते हैं, बहुत ही सुंदर दिखने में व्यक्ति, उसकी ऑरा बहुत अच्छी है, तो प्रभावित करेंगे हमें, उसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा. लेकिन जब भी वो व्यक्ति कुछ ऐसा अपशब्द बोलेगा, तो उस सुंदर दिखने वाले व्यक्ति को भी हम देखना नहीं चाहेंगे. फिर
Absolutely right.
सुनने का प्रभाव पड़ता है, श्रवण का प्रभाव पड़ता है, शब्द का प्रभाव पड़ता है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
सो भक्ति मार्ग में श्रवण बहुत ही आवश्यक है, उसका प्रभाव बहुत पड़ता है.
ऑल्सो मेरे हिसाब से ध्वनि माने साउंड
Yes.
is related to space, आकाश.
Absolutely, yes.
और आकाश तत्व सबसे सटल तत्व माना जाता है ना? तो
हाँ,
इसीलिए भी ध्वनि का प्रभाव ज्यादा पड़ता है, बिकॉज इट एक्चुअली रिवर्बरेट्स, एको होता है,
Correct. Yes,
स्पेस
yes.
में. सो दैट
Yes.
इज व्हाई आई एम्फसाइज अ लॉट ऑन साउंड. वॉइस
Yes.
क्वालिटी है, वर्ड्स है, पॉजेज है. जैसे जब मैं आपको सुनती हूँ विनोद जी, तो आप जब बोलते हैं ना, तो ऐसे लगता है कि आप यू डोंट टॉक फास्ट, आप सोच समझ के आंसर देते हैं. देयर इज अ क्वालिटी इन यू व्हेन यू स्पीक, लाइक सोच के, समझ के, और फिर जो आपने सीखा है नॉलेज, उसको किस तरह से शब्दों में ढालना, बिकॉज करेक्ट वर्ड्स भी तो इम्पोर्टेंट होते हैं ना. सेम थिंग अगर कोई और मुझे कहेगा, शायद मुझे प्रभाव न पड़े. So even the choice of words, so words have great power.
Yes.
मैं
Very
हमेशा
powerful.
कहती हूँ शब्द
Very
योग.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
शब्द योग सबसे पावरफुल चीज है.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that is beautiful. I think it was a very nice exchange today. Anybody else? हम तो बात करते ही रहेंगे, शकुंतला, मैं, गुरुजी, बट यहाँ से और लोग भी है, ओके, जो बात कर सकते हैं. Anybody else wants to say anything? Comment. जैसे विनोद जी हमेशा पूछते कमेंट, always, you know.
Yeah.
लाइक
He's
आज एक बहुत अच्छा पंकज जी ने भी अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा। ये
yeah.
बहुत ही हाइप बनी हुई है मीडिया में, कल की अवतार आने वाला है, बस अब तो खत्म, और ये कलयुग खत्म, ये वो, ये इतना ज्यादा अननेसेसरीली फैला रहता है। तो उसको बहुत ही क्लियरली आंसर दिया है, अभी तो बहुत टाइम है।
ये ऐसे ऐसी सब बातों का जब भी प्रचार होता है ना, तो उन लोगों पे ऐसे प्रचार का प्रभाव पड़ता है जिनको शास्त्र चक्षु से ज्ञान नहीं प्राप्त हुआ है।
True. 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 True.
तो शास्त्रों में प्रमाण दिए गए हैं, शास्त्रों में पूरी व्याख्या की गई है कि कल की अवतार कभी होगा, और भगवान के अलग अलग अवतारों के विषय में बताया गया है, उनका समय बताया गया है, उनके परिवार के सदस्यों का नाम बताया गया है, कुल का नाम बताया गया है। तो क्या हमें वो प्रयास करना है, वो पढ़ना है, हमें शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करना है। तो जब हम शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करेंगे तभी हमारे ज्ञान चक्षु खोलेंगे। तो फिर ऐसी जो त्रुटिपूर्ण बातें होती है समाज में, ऐसा प्रचार होता है, ऐसे झूठे प्रचार का हमारे पर प्रभाव नहीं पड़ेगा।
True. Absolutely right.
Otherwise, if we are ignorant about these things, we'll get carried away very easily.
Absolutely. Absolutely. और कोई कुछ पूछना चाहता है, कमेंट करना चाहता है? चैतन्य, दमयंती, विकास, एनीथिंग? चैतन्य?
नो नो थैंक यू मैम। मैं बस सुनते ही जा रहा हूँ एंड मुझे इतना अच्छा लग रहा है। आई डोंट वांट टू स्पीक एनीथिंग, आई जस्ट वांट टू बी इन अ मोड टू लिसन एंड अब्सॉर्ब। So
Wow.
I'm good at this point of time. Thank you.
Okay, thank
You
you.
have a very nice name, Chaitanya. You're very
Yeah.
alert.
He is.
Jai Gurudev.
चलिए,
Hari Om, sir. But we'll interact.
Hi,
Surely sometime we will.
Karen.
hi. I just want to tell you, मैं एक बात बताना चाहती हूँ। आप पेरेंट्स की बात कर रहे हो ना कि पेरेंट्स बच्चों को नहीं चाहते हैं। आप पेरेंट्स तो छोड़ो, हस्बैंड्स नहीं चाहते हैं। हस्बैंड्स को डर लगता है, अगर मैं ज्यादा सत्संग जाती हूँ इनसिक्योरिटी उनको लगती है, और फिर घर में रोक टोक हो जाता है। अभी तो नहीं एट माय एज, बट जवानी में बहुत रोक टोक थी, यहाँ नहीं जाओ, ये नहीं जाओ, ये नहीं करो, वहाँ क्यों जा रहे हो। एंड आई नो अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन, उसका पति तो अलाउ ही नहीं करता है सत्संग जाना। उसके पति का डेफिनेशन है, सत्संग कौन जाता है? जो लोग दुखी है। और तू सत्संग जाना शुरू करेगी, लोग बोलेंगे मैंने तुझे दुखी रखा है, इसीलिए खबरदार जो तू सत्संग गई यहाँ क्यों, क्योंकि मेरा नाम खराब होगा। माय गॉड, माय गॉड, मैं समझ नहीं पाती कि ऐसे पतियों को क्या करें। और फिर मालूम है क्या करती, जितना पति मना करता था ना, वो उतना ही छुप छुप के और जाती और करती थी घर में। जब पति ट्रैवलिंग कर रहा है ना, तब घर में सब होता था और बताएगी नहीं। लेकिन क्या जरूरत है पतियों को ऐसे करना? बट देन व्हाट टू डू? आई मीन, यू हैव सच काइंड ऑफ स्टूपिड हस्बैंड, व्हाट डू यू नो? It's so sad, you know.
You use a very right word,
Stupid.
very right adjective. अभी देखिए, आपने पति की बात की ना कैरन जी।
Yeah.
अभी भारतीय समाज में पति परमेश्वर कहा जाता है।
हाँ, imagine.
Imagine.
लेकिन पति परमेश्वर वो होता है जो अपनी पत्नी को परमेश्वर के मार्ग पे लेके जाए।
अच्छा,
वंडरफुल।
Okay.
बहुत
जो
बढ़िया कहा।
पत्नी को रोकता है परमेश्वर के मार्ग पे जाने के लिए, वो कैसा पति परमेश्वर हो सकता है?
Exactly. But then ये लोग बोलते हैं मैं पति परमेश्वर हूँ, you have to obey me. Means authority दे दी गई है, as if they have the authority to be the bosses.
यदि कोई पति राक्षस के समान प्रभाव अपना व्यवहार करता है, तो वो परमेश्वर कैसे होगा?
Yeah, true. Anyway.
But that was a wonderful, honest comment that you have made, Karen. And we all agree to what you are saying. and it's very sad. It's very sad.
Yeah.
अभी दिल्ली में मेरी वर्कशॉप थी, विनोद जी, वहाँ एक लेडी आई, और बहुत वेरी वंडरफुल लेडी थी। उसने कहा कि मैम मुझे तो नहीं लगता मुझे कोई एक्सपीरियंस होगा ये सब, ध्यान, पास्ट लाइफ एंड ऑल दैट, पर उनको बहुत अच्छे एक्सपीरियंसेस हुए। और नेक्स्ट डे उसने सबसे शेयर किया कि मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि मैंने अपने पति से झूठ बोला है यहाँ टू कम टू मीट यू मैम, और ये सेशन अटेंड करने के लिए मैंने अपने पति से झूठ बोला है। तो मैंने कहा ऐसा क्यों, आप क्यों ऐसा झूठ बोलना पड़ा? तो शी हैड गॉट 8 बुक्स, 8 किताबें लाई थी जो उसने लिखी है।
अच्छा।
या ऑन द गीता,
हम्म।
गीता के ऊपर उसने 8 अलग अलग वॉल्यूम्स की किताबें लिखी है। इतनी सी, मतलब पतली पतली, मोटी नहीं है, बट बहुत अच्छी किताबें। ओके, शी गिफ्टेड मी वन, और वो और सब किताबें लाई मुझे दिखाने के लिए। ओके, तो मैंने कहा कि वाह, तुम तो ऑथर हो, तुम इतनी किताबें लिखी। फिर मुझे कहती है, मैं एक लेडीज ग्रुप है 60 लेडीज का, मैं उनको भगवत गीता की क्लासेस करती हूँ।
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग।
मैंने कहा वेरी गुड, तो आपके हस्बैंड तो आपको एनकरेज करते होंगे? बोले नहीं मैम, उनको पता ही नहीं कि मैंने ये किताबें लिखी है।
अरे बाप
अरे
रे।
बाप
उनको पता ही नहीं कि मैं ये क्लासेस करती हूँ।
अच्छा।
मैंने कहा क्यों ऐसा? शी सेड मैम वो तो मतलब घर में युद्ध हो जाएगा
अरे बाप रे।
अगर उन्हें पता चला। एनीवे, सेशन खत्म हो गया 2 दिन का। फिर मुझे कॉल आता है उसका, आफ्टर सम 1 वीक के बाद कॉल आता है। अनुराधा उसका नाम है। तो मैंने कहा अरे हाँ अनुराधा, कैसी हो, ये वो है ना। तो उसने कहा मैं आना चाहती हूँ ऋषिकेश, हमारा जब अभी होगा ना ट्रेनिंग दिसंबर में। तो मैंने कहा वंडरफुल। तो मैंने कहा तुम कैसे, मतलब कैसे आओगी? हस्बैंड तो तुम्हारा अलाउ नहीं, पैसे भी तो भरने हैं तुम्हें। बोले मैम मेरे बेटे ने मेरे हस्बैंड के सामने बोला कि मम्मी इतनी खुश लग रही है, जो मैंने उन्हें कभी नहीं देखा ये 2 दिन की वर्कशॉप में। अगर वो 7 दिन जाएगी तो उसकी तो काया कल्प हो जाएगी, पलट जाएगी। तो हस्बैंड ने कहा कि नहीं नहीं नहीं, यू डोंट हैव टू गो टू द आश्रम, नहीं जाना है। तो बेटा बड़ा है उसका। बेटे ने कहा पापा मैंने पैसे भर दिए और मम्मी जा रही है। तो भाई बाप कुछ बोल नहीं सका। तो मैंने कहा अनु देखो ऐसा है, अब तेरा बेटा तेरा चीयर लीडर है,
हाँ।
ओके, जो बाप नहीं किया अभी बेटा करेगा, तो इट्स ओके, आ जाओ। बोले मैं इतनी खुश हूं, मैं बता नहीं सकती, मेरे बेटे ने पैसे भर दिए और मेरे हस्बैंड का मुंह इतना छोटा हो गया। मैम मुझे बड़ा बुरा लगा। मैंने कहा बुरा क्यों लगा? अच्छा है उसका मुंह थोड़ा छोटा हो गया है ना। उसको पता होना चाहिए कि इतना डोमिनेंस 35 इयर्स की शादी में तुम्हें ग्रो नहीं करने दिया उसने, फिर भी तुमने ग्रो किया, विच इज कमेंडेबल।
यस यस यस।
मैंने कहा अनुराधा प्रणाम है तुझे भाई, हैं कि तेरे हस्बैंड ने कंट्रोल कर कर के परेशान कर दिया तुझे, पर देखो यू फाउंड अ वे आउट। तो दिस इज नॉट झूठ बोलना। ये नहीं कि तूने झूठ बोला है तेरे हस्बैंड को, तू अपने मार्ग पे चल रही है, तेरा हस्बैंड दूसरे मार्ग पे चल रहा है, वो पीछे है, दैट्स ऑल, है ना। अब तू आगे अगर निकल गई तो उसमें तुम्हारी गलती नहीं है।
सही बात है,
तुम्हारी गलती थोड़ी कि तुम आगे निकल गई, वो पीछे है, उसको नहीं पता ये सब चीजों के बारे में। बट आई वाज शॉक्ड विनोद जी, जो वो किताबें लेकर आई, मैं तो शॉक्ड हो गई। मुझे लगा, मैंने बोला अनुराधा तेरे अंदर कोई ऐसी व्यक्ति है ना जो जो एक्चुअली साध्वी है। ये तो तेरा प्रारब्ध है कि तुझे शादी करनी पड़ी, करेक्ट। कुछ तो कर्म बाकी था कि तुझे इस व्यक्ति से शादी करनी पड़ी, वरना तो अभी इसके बाद तो तू निकल पड़ेगी।
एक बात इस बात को आप मना करते हो ना, उसके पीछे इच्छा होती है मैं और पाऊं। तो जैसे मैंने मेरी फ्रेंड का बताया, मेरी फ्रेंड जो सृष्टि उसका नाम है, सॉरी नहीं बताना चाहिए, सॉरी। तो वो जो है ना, बाप रे इतने पढ़ती है, इतने, क्योंकि पति नहीं अलाउ करता है ना, तो वो और ज्यादा उसके मन में इच्छा होती है वे छुप छुप के करती है, किताबें छुप छुप छुपा लेती है, पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ कबर्ड में कहाँ, ताकि पति ना देखे, ये सुनेगी वो देखेगी. इट इज ऑल इन फैक्ट बिकॉज पति ऐसा है. शी हैज मोर दैट. जैसे बच्चों को बोलते ना ये नहीं करो तो
तो और करते
करके
हैं.
दिखाएंगे. आई
Correct.
फील कभी कभी ये
That's
है
human psychology.
साइकोलॉजी.
रिवर्स
Yes,
रिवर्स
Yes.
साइकोलॉजी.
yes, correct,
इ-
correct, correct. From
इसीलिए
my
इस
friend I know is correct. It
Yeah.
works like that.
इसीलिए Karen,
And you know-
sometimes to be a rebel is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
No?
नहीं,
Sometimes to
sometimes
be a rebel.
ऐसे पति मिलना भी एक किस्म का ब्लेसिंग है.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
वही
Yes.
तो मैं कह रही हूँ, वही तो मैं कह रही हूँ, उनका जो भी प्रारब्ध है वो उसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है. बट द ह्यूमन माइंड कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
Yeah.
ह्यूमन माइंड
And
उसको
see, most
उल्टा
of the situations,
उल्टा
what happens,
Ah.
in most of the situations, what happens, the person develops that controlling habit
Yeah.
because of his insecurities.
True, true,
When he feels insecure within himself,
correct.
so he wants to portray in that way, that I'm superior to you, I can control you and all that.
Yeah. But yeah, चलो ठीक है. But we are lucky, ये हम कह सकते हैं विनोद जी, हम सब लकी है. आपके छत्र
Yes,
छाया
we
में
are.
हमें
We
बहुत
are all
कुछ.
fortunate. जैसे मैंने कहा,
आज
We're all
विनोद जी
fortunate.
की तो 12 बनने के बाद में डेट चेंज हो गई है. मतलब स्टार्टेड द सेशन ऑन 30th, इनका 31st हो गया है.
But the
अभी ये
best.
विषय ऐसे होते हैं ना. हाँ, बोलिए.
मैंने कहा the best part of Vinod ji is this only, that he's so engaged and invested in this work, which is so beautiful.
ये विषय ऐसे है ना तृप्ति जी, जो विषय ऐसा है कि इसमें आप एक बार आरंभ कर देते ना, तो प्रवाह जो एक बार बहना शुरू हो जाता है,
Correct.
then uncontrollable.
So not having control in this area is good.
Yes.
चलिए, थैंक यू
और ये
so
विषय
much.
ऐसा है ना, विषय
हाँ.
ऐसा है कि इस विषय पे चर्चा करने से हमें थकान नहीं होती है. Actually, we
हाँ.
feel more rejuvenated.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Wonderful, isn't it?
और
Thank
समय
you.
कैसे बीत जाता पता ही नहीं चलता है.
True, 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 true.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
अच्छा, तो शकुंतला,
हाँ,
have you-
नेक्स्ट का मैंने
next?
बोला है सर.
हाँ.
कल बताएंगे,
ओके ओके,
कल कंफर्म.
ठीक है.
I'll confirm with you tomorrow.
ठीक है. ओके.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody. Thank you.
Hare-
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
to
Krishna.
everybody.
Sorry it
Pranam.
took longer time today.
Not at all. Sorry
Not
क्यों
at
बोल
all.
रहे हैं?
Thank
We
you, sir.
should
It
be
was worth
saying.
it. Thank you so much.
But then sorry Vinod ji, we are not sorry. We are तो happy. हम तो खुश हैं.
No, in case
ये सॉरी, ये सॉरी वर्ड ना ब्रिटिश छोड़ के गए हैं. हमारे देश में सॉरी जैसी कोई चीज होती ही नहीं है. आपने
नहीं,
देखा
क्या
है?
है, किसी को दूसरा कोई कमिटमेंट हो, दूसरा कोई काम हो,
तो वो चला जाए, फ्रीडम है, वो जा सकता है. चलिए, थैंक यू एवरीबडी, थैंक यू सो मच.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.